Hello and welcome back to the exciting finale of D&D with high school students, the summer sessions. Carl, hashtag?
Bitch of summer.
Hashtag bitch of
School
summer.
started already.
School started already.
Not for us.
For some of us.
For some of the people, this will be their last time at the table because they're
For
going
now.
to die.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Can't kill me. It's impossible.
This might be the last time at the table for a while for Heather and Carl because they're going off to SCAD. For Kavanaugh,
No, just for them.
he's going to the frozen northern wastes of New York.
Me and Carl
Although I
are going
should
to the
make up-
beach.
Yeah, it'll be like two
This doesn't
two
feel right.
opposites of climate. So
Climax.
when we climate, what did I say? What the hell's wrong with me? I'm dehydrated. But I need to let some people know that we have some things going on here at this table, so introductions are in order. To my left,
Tea.
there we go, Carl,
Hello.
sitting where he normally sits,
Yep.
and next to him, Beecher, sitting where he now normally sits. But just beyond Beecher, once again, lurking in the shadows, is Tony Klaczynski, our resident bard, Tony Klaczynski, to present a little bit of a musical jam and interactive jamminess with me during this finale for the summer session season. So once again, I've recruited Tony. Thank you, Tony. Now, on the opposite side over there we go. Thank you, Dave. Is Matt Kavanaugh, who, like I mentioned, will be also heading off tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
He's
yeah.
totally packed and ready.
Definitely not.
Yeah. But he'll be heading off. Now,
Literally nothing.
playing the role of Drake in the absence of Max Abrahamson, who is now at Ball State, will be Neely, who has never played D&D before.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be fantastic.
But he's
be
our
like
favorite
So,
D&D player.
Neely, let me summarize. You're
Okay.
playing a tall human fighter with 7 charisma. So he's just kind of a dick.
Okay.
Also,
But,
I
but
can
he
do
could
that.
fight really well.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Be religious.
So he could fight really well. Yeah,
Oh,
he's a
he's
temple.
religious.
He's very loyal to the
supposed to be
princess and the
religious.
temple because he's like a temple guardian.
Okay.
There you go. Summary done.
All
And then Heather, whose hair has once again changed color. Heather, why? No,
Faded.
just kidding.
Okay.
It looks
Okay.
blue looks good on you.
Thanks.
Good.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now let me recap for all those of you who may have forgotten what happened in the last month.
I have.
You had been escorting the princess through dangerous regions of Kabul Kailish to bring her back to the capital city of Poitax Shahar. And along the way, trying to avoid rumors of a horde of Quoshin. And following Grimble's map and his guidance, scouting through the terrain, you successfully avoided the horde. But several times you were ambushed by scouts of the Quoshin. And on the last ambush, you managed to track them back to an encampment where you found that they had destroyed a small hamlet, burnt down some farms, all that kind of stuff. In capturing and interrogating, do you remember the interrogation, Carl?
Yeah.
When you
the
played bad flute music?
Yeah.
That was so good.
And then you guys put a noose around the dwarf.
That was really messed up.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
my favorite episode.
And then Maximillian picked him up by the
Actually
throat and
watched it.
threatened to like break him in
weird.
half the wrong direction. So all those
Not
bad
a violent
things happened.
person.
Yeah,
Bad people.
you guys
We're not
totally.
people.
We're not good people.
Yeah.
Neely's
the
actually
show's
just a fan
chaotic
that we
fun.
brought on. to
But
the
what
show.
you did was you discovered that in fact the horde was going to be headed towards the capital, and this was great cause for concern. You pressed on through the afternoon and into the evening, and towards nightfall, you found yourselves at one of the guard towers, guard barracks, that is sporadically placed along the main east-west road towards the capital. Arriving there, you introduced yourselves. You found that the guards recognized the princess and welcomed you in. But upon sharing the news that you had gathered about the dwarven horde of Quoshin heading towards the capital, the guards felt compelled to choose one of their number to make the arduous, dangerous, nay, life-threatening,
It's a horse pun.
life-threatening task. It was kind of of riding to the capital.
Really go get
One
your-
horse, 3 men. They drew straws,
Go get
and one of them, whose name was Alvin the Red, was the one who drew the shortest straw, and he
Right now.
he nobly mounted the horse and rode through the night in hopes of warning the capital, and your prayers went with him. Now night has fallen. You are in the safety of this nice stone establishment. The princess's guards have decided to take watches throughout the night so that you're not caught unaware. So some of them are sleeping. Some of you can sleep. There are basically 3 watches, early, mid, and late watch. So I need to know who's sleeping when or who's going to stay up for what watches.
I'm not
I'll
gonna
stay up for anything.
I'm gonna.
Now, remember, actually, Heather
Neely
makes a
and I
good
already
point.
fell
You are all
asleep.
tired. Some of you are wounded. Some of you need your spells back. So you do
Oh,
need
yeah.
to achieve a long rest.
I'm asleep.
You'll sleep the first 2 shifts, okay?
I'm just.
I'll stay awake for something.
I'll stay awake.
You're
Mine to
tired.
sleep? Okay.
You can sleep because
I
they're
don't
saying.
You
care.
sleep. You're gonna stay awake the first?
Stay awake for however long.
First?
First, yeah, I'll do first.
I'm gonna sleep.
Okay. So, first
sounds
watch.
I'm not here for this.
You guys are up. 3 of the guards from the temple are up. The princess is safely in the upstairs. Do either of you have dark vision?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you inside looking out windows? Are you outside walking the perimeter? Or are you actually going farther away and walking a wider perimeter?
I'd like to
How
be
are
on
you
the
doing your guard
Let's
duty?
just-
On the roof.
I'm gonna be up on the roof.
Okay.
Good choice.
Carl,
I'm gonna be kind of jealous of him and try and get up on the roof too.
okay. I'm not going to have you.
Get on the ground.
I'm not going to have you make any rolls. I'll say that you can effectively climb out a window and
being fat.
lower a rope.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm just gonna be clucking around.
The problem with everything fitting into
Imagine a very short, fat man trying to
That's
climb
me.
a
I'm
roof.
the rat boy.
And then a rat boy scampering up.
That's a rat noise.
Imagine that creature.
King of the
There's
rats.
some really weird things
No
in here.
camera.
Imagine a mix of Tarzan and Aladdin.
It's like Hercules.
My
Here we
name
go.
will be Heckriff, the king of the rats. I'll be the rat boy.
There's a dragon.
Go ahead and reach in and get your mini.
Pretty cool.
Of course,
For a reason.
Beecher, you fell
Beecher
down
on
there
him.
with all the other people.
Where's
When
my
I tried to
name?
walk.
Oh, mine's just in there now.
Okay, mine's just, yeah.
So now you guys go up on the roof.
Bust through the walls.
Fortunately for you,
Just wait for
there's
this
those.
magnet thing.
Look at that. Look,
Oh,
What?
that's
Wow.
so cool.
isn't it though?
Is that
Shout out to
magnetic?
Pal-
It's
Oh,
only like
cool.
$40. No, just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
They're still expensive. So you guys kind of up there on the roof on those perches,
We play cards.
and you
Yeah.
play cards. Like
Cards are fun.
you pass a card, you fail a dexterity roll, and the wind blows and the card like goes off the roof, and
Really?
you're like, damn
'Cause
it.
Nat 20. 15.
Wow, pretty good, Carl. 15.
Yeah,
Plus
15.
your-
Nat 15.
Plus you have a good dex, so yeah, you save. All right,
I don't care.
each one of you roll me a perception roll.
Oh gosh. Haven't done one of these in a while.
18.
It's been like a couple weeks.
17.
He's like, wow, high school. I remember when I was in high school.
All those years ago.
Who?
You
When?
Me?
and you,
Yep.
while you're on the roof. It's nighttime. It's cooled down a little bit.
It's chilly.
No, it's not cold. Remember, this is a Mediterranean
Brisk.
island,
It's a
so
brisk night.
brisk.
yeah, it's like 60. That's like
Oh,
as cold as it gets at
lovely.
night.
That's sweater weather.
It's very good.
You're comfortable.
Yeah.
Using your dark vision, you look out into the darkness with just very limited moonlight illuminating the area. And during your first watch, for several hours, you neither see nor hear anything.
Cool. Cool.
One of the temple guardians comes up. She lets you know that your shift is over, and she switches places with you.
Wait.
Knocks you off the building.
You're so hot.
So you guys go inside to sleep. You were sleeping.
Okay.
So you guys sleep, and actually because you went to sleep earlier, you're like woken up for the last shift earlier.
Okay.
And
Let's wake up Matt Cat.
a few of the princess's
Water on him.
assistants are making some breakfast. Like there's a big kettle with some grits and
Omelets.
oatmeal.
Omelet.
And yes, they remember I said that they have like a chicken coop and stuff.
Yeah.
So they have some eggs
Got a
cooking.
nice scramble.
There's some bacon.
Nice scramble going.
There's some bacon. So there's a little bit of a breakfast thing going on, right?
Bill, are there any rivers nearby?
No.
Okay.
No,
Why
any
did we
bodies
all
of
laugh at
water.
that?
Any bodies of water. Like a pond.
Not really close.
Oh, we need a new idea.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, so you
Send him into the air.
guys wake up, and kind of around the same time, a few of the other guards who were sleeping at the same time as you wake up, and then some of the others go back to bed. So there's a few hours of quiet in the morning
Do you have any like sleep spells?
where, you know, they're making some breakfast. There's even some tea. They're steeping some tea leaves in some boiling water. You guys have a little something to eat,
I like that.
freshen up a little
I
bit.
like
Little
that.
tea in the morning.
Little tea time.
And then I'm going to have you all, because it's still dark out. The sun will be rising soon, but you all need to make a perception roll. So that's the D20, Neely. This most 20-ish of dice. Yes. So tell me what the number is.
I got a 16.
9.
9.
Is that a 9 or a 6? It's a 9, right?
Where's the period?
That's a 9. Yes.
Wait, plus what? What are we?
Plus
what did we roll for?
perception. So
Oh,
down here is
perception.
perception.
5. So 14.
So you add the plus for your perception to the number.
Okay, I have 13.
I'm at 16.
I'm not even considering.
All three of you, while sitting outside enjoying some tea. Which one makes the noise in the morning, the rooster or the hen?
Rooster.
So right about the time that the rooster does the rooster
thing?
noise,
Yeah.
cock-a-doodle-doo. And you're like, that doesn't sound right.
Wait a
Um,
second.
Piece of paper.
So you,
Just sounds like a guy saying cock.
so you,
Bill?
Let's just majorly
nothing.
injure him.
Okay.
okay.
Prank.
Darn.
A couple hours go by. The sun has
I'm
risen.
scared.
You were awoken. The princess's guards wake you up. They're like, you,
Me?
Yeah.
there's some food
Yummy.
and some tea downstairs.
I want some of that.
Eat
food
up,
and tea.
drink up, and then we're going.
Okay.
Wait. Okay.
We got very lucky. There was nothing that happened overnight. We can thank Fusake for that. She is watching over us.
Did our guard friend get back?
You ask one of the guards.
Did
He's like,
anyone?
no, my lord. He wouldn't have gotten back that quickly.
Oh.
Oh.
He would have ridden through the night just to get to the city.
Oh.
He probably
thought it was like
he probably is
5
there
minutes.
right now. He probably would just be getting into the city about sunrise, my lord. And then the other guy's like, if he made it.
And then it cuts to commercial.
Bill just looks at
Bill.
the camera like in the office.
This is a little secret thing that Beecher and I are
What if I
cooking
just like
up.
looked in front of the camera?
That's a secret for
This
now.
one's
I'm
on, so I just look in
concerned.
front of this
I'm
one.
also.
Okay.
But I'm also cautiously optimistic,
What
just
if
for
I
the
just try to
content.
like this?
It has to annoy him. Like it has to be like pecking him and stuff.
Okay. You have to make a roll.
Oh, okay. What, D20?
I'm scared.
12. Plus what?
Plus wisdom.
Come on.
How wise are you?
We'll
He said
see.
to him, so I'm terrified this is happening to me.
Come on,
Okay.
please.
I'm gonna hit someone.
So, the princess guard suggests that we pack up and hit the road while it's still early, hoping that you'll avoid the potion and go to the city.
With traffic, also. This is good. Rush hour.
Jeez, we're leaving in the morning.
Now,
Worse.
ironically, no one noticed any wagons or carts or horses or even traveling, walking pilgrims on the road. Just pointing that out. Last night, literally no one passed.
Is
And
that
this is
sketchy?
the main east-west road.
So it is
So it seems
sketchy.
sketchy.
Maybe not at night, but
Tea,
even
something's
since morning. You guys have been up since sunrise, since
Right.
before sunrise. Nobody.
Nothing.
No
Some-
farmers, no merchants,
And
caravans.
there would be like
Likely, this is the main east-west road.
What would that mean?
That's
It's
one
not
Do they
just
have the road
dirt.
blocked
It's like
somewhere?
gravel and cobblestone. Like it's
okay.
Blocked.
Well, that seems
What a cool
suspicious.
coincidence.
I
Yeah,
say
I know
we
what that means.
go out guns
Okay.
blazing. No,
With
I take
guns.
that back.
I mean, you're in a building with a second floor. Like you look in all directions, and all you see is road and road.
But what if
Just go to
there's
the
people
Capitol. I'm
like
sure we're gonna
around
figure
that are
things
just
out.
like waiting until you leave?
So you think it's a trap if we step outside of the boundaries, we're gonna get ambushed?
You should send one of the guards, the princess guards, so you don't get killed if something happens.
Good idea.
We'd like to convince a guard to take a perimeter check.
Bye.
A sacrifice, just in case.
We won't call
Are
it.
you going to let the 7 charisma dude do that, or are you going to do it?
I'm sorry, well, I have what?
Since you have a
50?
20 charisma.
20
Just
charisma.
immediately
We'll
start
convince this
sparring
guy.
I think it should probably be me.
Then roll persuasion.
I think I will. What's my persuasion like? +9? 7?
I just realized I'm technically as charismatic as Carl.
Ah, 2. So that's a 9. Rip.
Rip.
Just a bad roll.
She's like, you get out there and go do it, lazy tiefling.
I'm gonna smack. I want to hit her.
That's so racist.
Why are we getting racy here?
That's so
They were
racist.
nice to us.
Oh.
She's like, why don't you do it?
So not the racist thing. Bitch.
Did you hear that?
It's not, the princess didn't
Subtle
say that.
something.
I
It's
know.
one of the guards.
The princess loves me.
All right, around the time that this bickering is occurring, the princess descends from the one and only actual bed in the entire place. And the guards are with her. And she's like, well, Ralof, are you ready to go?
God.
She's a dragonborn, so
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
she's like,
This is
excellent.
awful.
Let us make way then. I am eager to get back to the capital.
Me too. Let's go.
No, that's a cat.
It was like,
What-
are you okay?
Yeah.
You
What if
feel
the
all right?
princess? All right.
You good?
So let's take
You
all of
okay?
the minis out of this
First
building
week of school
because you're
vibes.
leaving the safety of the building.
He's already crazy.
Bill has been
He's
away
already
for
lost
too
it.
long.
Something's definitely gonna
The
happen.
princess
We
is
haven't been his
first.
students
Bill,
for a couple
you've
of
only
months
been a
and he's
teacher
gone.
for 4 days.
Nothing ever happens that's bad on the road.
Never.
In Dungeons and Dragons, no.
Bill, I want to
Like
clarify
Game of
that the
Thrones.
thing
This
that
is
Beecher
Bill
and I
Allen
did
world.
is
Beecher's
good.
like,
Never.
yes, it does. Bad things happen on the road.
It's okay. It's a good thing.
You're like, oh, there
well, I
goes
heard
the
pecking.
safety. You're like,
And now the
I
dwarven
heard
horde
pecking
goes
and he's gonna
away.
hate it.
Well, I mean, like, we're all going.
If we are gonna go
different.
to Highland Court,
Okay.
I want
If
one
you're
of those
thinking
schools.
about it, we're
call.
gonna ride on the same road that people
That's what I was
have
saying.
potentially been killed on.
So we'll find the bad
But
guy.
we have swords, so it's fine,
I
right?
know,
It's
like,
so true.
Yeah, I got a big hammer.
shakes and bends and-
All right, marching order. Here's the princess.
Are we
You're
supposed
going
to-
that way. You're going east.
I'd like to be as close to her as possible.
She has her shield maidens on each side,
And Carl.
and then the rest. You guys can direct the rest of them to wherever you want them to
Carl,
go.
you kinda just got
You're
booted.
headed that way.
Yeah,
I
he's
saw
getting
that.
shoved out.
You can be on our shoulders. Like that.
Where are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be the front
This
center.
is you.
Oh, good.
I can't reach your boy.
This is me.
Gender is a construct.
Now,
Beefiest
by the way,
boy.
I'm sorry I
Just
forgot to mention this.
leading.
All of you had a
Oh,
long rest. So if you were missing some hit points, how many hit
No,
points are you missing?
I have 18. I wasn't missing any.
Okay.
I was missing 7.
Yes. So you are now
Ow.
fully healed up because
I
you took a
probably
long
got
rest.
stabbed by
And
something.
you now have your spell slots back.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
just remember that.
All right.
Same
Okay. So people, here we are on the road again, traveling
I
east.
just can't wait to get out.
Yeah. So
I missed
did
it
I say
too.
east?
Can we get a little?
West. You're going west towards the city.
Tony,
Now,
can we get an instrumental?
Can we get a?
you guys know that at a brisk pace, you have a full day of travel. At a brisk pace, you have a full day of travel on the road to Poitax Shahar.
I love this.
It's like a gross meme or something.
In a world where dwarf barbarian hordes threaten the very existence
It's
of
like,
civilization.
You know on iCarly it
This
is
is
Kelly
Dungeons and
Cooper.
Dragons.
Terry.
Welcome
It's that.
to Dungeons and Dragons, the summer session.
It's like a fever dream. This is
All
so
right.
weird.
Yeah. I love that it's like Bill's trying to be intense and we're all just like,
So you guys travel
This is
for
Dungeons
at
and
least an
Dragons.
hour. At least an hour.
Okay. And still nobody is.
Yes,
Yeah.
oddly enough. Nobody coming this way, nobody going the same way as you, nothing. But then up ahead you see like a little like hamlet, you know, like a cluster of farms up ahead. But it's like not right on the road. It's kind of like there's almost like an exit on a highway. There's like a kind of a turn off to like a dirt road that heads about maybe 300 yards, you know, so a good few football fields away for those of you from America who know what a football field is.
We have a lot of
Brazilian
non-American
fans.
friends.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
you know,
So the length of a football, American or otherwise, field,
They're different sizes.
Do you
About three
know
of those.
that?
small market.
Approximately.
Do any
So-
of us know how long a football field is?
And you see in that
Really?
cluster of like farmhouses, there looks like there's about 4 farmhouses.
Oh, are they empty? Wait, what? We don't see any movement?
You don't see any movement, Carl.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Do you decide to investigate it
Yeah,
or
sure.
continue
If
along?
there's nobody there, we can loot it. So. Let's go.
I feel like that's not a good
Loot
idea.
it.
I mean, we're
Ah,
Yeah.
Who cares?
Let's loot
We're
it.
criminals.
we're
It's on
leaving for
brand.
college. Who cares?
Let's just be
Brother,
literal
I have
about
one
it.
more year. I don't want to be.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Book me next episode?
Yeah, let's just.
The
do it.
princess and her guards are like, why were we stopping here? Let's not.
Don't you think it's a little fishy, Princess, that there's nobody here? We haven't seen anybody in hours.
So if it's-
Maybe
I-
there's clues as to what's going on here.
I agree with you, Ralof, but I'm concerned that this could be a trap by the quotient.
I doubt it. And if it is, that's totally on me.
Perhaps a few of you could go investigate, and the rest of us will continue
can
on
go.
the
I'll
road.
go investigate.
I'll go investigate.
Carl and Beecher can go.
And Maximillian.
But no,
No,
we
we
need
need some of the beef.
We need
and the-
beef.
and the
Well, this is the like,
What if something
almost
happens
full-
to me another?
Beef and queef. That's our nickname.
Bye.
That's what we call ourselves.
All right. So who's going to investigate?
This
I want
guy-
to.
This is
I
bad.
kinda
I'll go with
want
that. Sounds like
to.
fun.
I
We
kinda
can't
want
all
to,
go.
but I
We can't leave the
Neely.
princess.
Well, no, the princess has her guards. We should all
Let's
go as a
go.
party.
I
Alright.
feel like that's bad.
Let's
to
go.
just leave the
So
princess
here's
with
what
us.
would happen
Let's
if,
go,
if
Neely.
Alright.
all of you
I'm
left.
going.
Yes.
All right, we're all going.
That's
We're a
fine.
unit. We're
You
a
all go that
Who
way.
cares about the
princess
princess?
still
Let's
has
just go.
all
She's
these
not a real
guards.
character.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's fine.
She's not our business. Let's
She's
just
my
go.
business.
She kind of
Wait,
here because we don't
yeah.
want to be
No,
arrested.
she definitely is
like,
our business.
Remember. All right. So they keep moving. You guys run off this side road. How do you approach? Sneak, walk,
I'm just
run?
gonna walk. Let's just walk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Walk.
I say we have
Walk
some
down the
people
middle
walk
of
and
the
some
road
people
like a
sneak.
Saunter.
Because then if
Well, anybody
something
wanna
happens,
sneak?
Don't look suspicious.
Let's just. Well, there's nobody to be suspicious for.
also if
You don't
Walk
you're
have-
walking
casually.
and
But if it's
someone's
a
like,
trap,
I'm
it
gonna
doesn't
kill
matter
you
that we're
because I see you
suspicious 'cause they're
walking,
gonna
you
get
want to
ambushed
sneak.
us.
You don't know.
Your
You
logic
want
is
to be
flawed.
able to get them.
Okay, so
Just
you're
walk
all
with our
staying
sword-
together,
with our
in other
swords
words.
out. You know, get our weapons out.
Carl, that looks more suspicious.
Now,
It doesn't matter. You just don't want to die.
you guys begin approaching.
We don't want to look suspicious.
He's
or
getting
anything.
little figures
Why?
out. Watch out.
Yeah, hold on. Since when do we not want to look suspicious?
We're criminals.
Yeah, but last semester we just like
Oh,
killed
we
an
should
old guy
have
in
tried
the
to
middle of the street.
persuade her, the.
I
Subtle isn't
remember
our-
that.
Subtle isn't our strong suit here.
Whatever.
Dude,
Push
they're,
that down that way a little
they're
more.
totally gonna die.
We're
Every single
wanted.
guard, you
Should've
think?
put that
You think they're all gonna die except for us?
I literally just said that. Like I said,
I think
that we should
I
not
think
leave
that
the
was a
princess
bad
with
idea
Yeah,
to
us.
that's
leave them.
It's too late now. Whatever.
You
We're
just have
wanted
to
for the
read the
hunt.
tone of Bill's voice, and then
I
you
don't
tell
think
what's
that's
gonna
right. I
That's
think
happen.
why we
mixed
can't.
up.
We
No.
We're
can't.
wanted
You
for
have
the
to, like,
hunt.
Okay,
No one can
so
stop.
you guys
Hunt
come
is
on,
killer.
come
I had
into
a
here.
lot of good things coming
Into
up.
here.
You're coming from
I wanted
this
to- I wanted
this
to
road
actually hunt
I'll be in the
between
back.
Heather and Neely.
Okay, bye.
You guys were
You're
gonna
coming
be on
this
the
way.
list.
So
All of
you see these 3 buildings,
And I'm.
and
over here.
they seem to be intact. They're not burned down. There's even a small yard that you see where there's a bunch of chickens. I don't have any yards right now, so just use your imagination. You see a small yard where there's a bunch of chickens.
Chickens.
There's chickens.
We're gonna get copyrighted, right?
It's fine.
He knows, he's aware.
So,
Be cool, be
Yes.
cool.
what do you do? It's very quiet. You don't
Pet
see
the
anyone.
chickens.
You don't see. You don't see any people.
I'm gonna
That's
tap.
so sketchy.
I'm gonna tap Ralof
scared.
on the side, just as like a.
I acknowledge his tap.
Okay.
Yeah, this is great.
Anybody looking at anything specific or want to investigate anything specific, or do you just want to make a general like perception roll of the area?
Perception roll of the area.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Roll a
Okay.
d20.
Here we go.
I'm doing that too. 'Cause
13. Plus
Oh, wait.
Oh,
I-
that's 20.
I-
Can I
Natty
18.
20.
I have 20.
20?
Skull splitter or
14.
paladin?
Paladin.
I'll have the one I didn't have, so the black and white one.
Paladin.
Paladin.
That's awesome.
Oh wow.
Okay, so anybody get over a 15? Raise your hand.
Oh, these are cool.
You notice that
I'm blind.
the chickens that are like by this little house seem to be content just like pecking at grain, except one of them is like going a little bit weird, like trying to get over the fence towards you guys.
That's PTSD.
Probably get him out of the fence. He seems like he wants to talk with us.
Okay, you're so bad at lying.
I trust
Hey.
him. I trust him. Let's open
It's
the
a
fence.
chicken.
I'm gonna go over and open the fence, not listening to
Carl,
you.
you're
can-
or
you
Heather,
can
you're a
open the
druid. Can you
fence.
talk
I'm
to
gonna do that.
animals?
I'm gonna open the fence.
No,
Do you have that
I
power?
turn into animals.
Okay.
It's Heather.
I'm the
You open the
chicken.
gate.
I'm gonna open the gate.
All right. The chicken, who looks normal, looks like all the other chickens, but it like comes out and it starts like heading over towards you guys.
And it's not a chicken.
It's a chicken.
Oh.
It's like
It's a small dwarf dressed as a chicken.
Can I look at it and like get close up to it?
it like looks at
Stare
you,
it down.
but then
Stare
it
down
like
the chicken.
kind of like and, like walks around you, past you, and it walks over to
I'm uncomfy.
who is the tallest
I know.
person? Maximillian.
Maximillian.
It walks over to Maximillian and it goes and it starts like pecking you
really weird.
on like your boot. And that doesn't
All
hurt.
right.
Like
Okay,
it's,
but-
it's like
No, I'm not.
it's like this.
Don't touch me.
It's like
Like
What?
is something gonna happen while we're all distracted by this
That's
weird
weird.
chicken?
I don't like this.
I don't like this either.
That's not my problem.
wanna-
Why did I let a chicken out? I don't understand.
hey, you rolled a 20, a
yeah.
nat 20.
I'm
Yeah.
really confused.
Someone's watching you
Just scared.
from that building over there. For a brief second, you saw like it was like through that window, you saw like somebody's face go like you saw somebody
Oh.
watching you, and then their
sounds really
face
spooky.
ducked behind the
I'm
wall.
gonna get my battle axe out and start walking over there.
We should all follow him.
Or no.
Yeah.
I have a bow,
But
so
you
I'm
don't,
gonna
I don't
get
think,
that
do you
out.
see him anymore?
And I'm just gonna walk there.
Wait,
over
if you
there,
have a
ready.
you have a bow.
Yeah.
Then
Alright,
you should
you don't
stay in
say
the back
anything,
and
so-
like look for while other people go up there.
He
But
starts
I'm better
walking
at
this way,
close
you guys.
combat. I'm just using it to
He
get
starts
up
walking
there.
that way. He
That's
doesn't
so
say
scary.
anything. He just starts.
I
out of
say,
the blue.
I go. I see people over here.
Okay. Does
I feel
anyone
like the
else
people
follow
over
Grimble?
there would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna brush off the
Let's
chicken
follow.
and go.
All right. So you guys all start walking.
Stop. You're making me really
Grimble has his
uncomfortable.
weapon out. The chicken is following you guys, but you guys continue. And how far do you go? Like, do you just go up to the window where you saw the person?
I'm gonna like go up to the side of the window and like peer in.
Is it open like this, or is there something in front of it? So you could like go in the window if you super
Roll
wanted
perception
to.
again.
9.
Okay. You see like a table, some chairs, like basically like a kitchen kind of setup, and and then beyond that there's like a little bed and kind of a peasant cottage. You know what I mean? And you see 2 small feet underneath the table, like under the tablecloth.
Can I climb through the window?
Yes.
I'm gonna climb through the window with my battle axe.
You see him climb through the window.
We're all like,
Can I walk through the door?
Yes. You walk around to the other side of the building.
That's a good idea.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
do that.
Yeah, here. So is the window here?
We'll
Yeah.
we'll
You
sandwich
could take
him.
the roof off. That way you could see
We're
inside.
gonna just have him going through. The
And then
window.
we're just over here in case anything happens.
Yeah.
Up there.
Okay. Maximillian, make a perception roll.
Oh boy. 20.
You notice what looks like 2 little hands and like somebody basically sitting or maybe hiding underneath the table, under the tablecloth.
Let's see. I feel like I should just kick the table over, like really angrily.
Yeah, I'm gonna
should-
with my hand like axe up.
Wait,
Just
wait,
split
wait,
the
what
table.
if it's something not bad?
Well,
Or
then
just
it'll.
hear him.
Well, I'm
then
not
I'll be
gonna just
terrified.
swing the second he moves the table. I'm gonna
I thought
like.
that's what we were doing.
You
Be at the ready.
You should pick them up.
I'm just
so
super
they
ready.
can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Just be like,
snatch him.
Still hold the axe
Yeah.
up to his throat.
Yeah,
Can I kick the
yeah,
table
and
and
then
just grab them
snatch.
both?
you can like hold him up and I'll pinata him. That's how
Initiative.
like, we'll
Get through
if
both
he's
of them.
bad.
All of us?
Roll initiative. No,
Everyone?
just the 2 that are in there.
5.
What do I add to this?
Initiative.
The
Initiative +3.
You're booked.
Bill rolled high.
11.
Okay. So you go to kick it over. You go to swing.
Well, I'm
Okay.
just gonna be very ready.
Yeah.
Like
So like right as you're about to kick it over and right as you're about to swing, whoever it was rolls out and runs out. Yeah, runs out underneath your legs. Like just goes,
Is he still in the house? or
I'm
did he-
chasing him.
No,
I'm
we're
going
chasing
right
him.
after him.
hops through the window and runs
this way
Towards
or
us.
that way?
that
Oh.
way.
I'm going. I'm
Beecher with
I'm
the
running
bow.
right after him.
Chasing after full speed.
Okay, by the way, the person that
can
you're
speak.
looking at
Yeah,
is
I'm fast.
small.
If it's Sean,
Heather.
I swear.
It's not me. I'm
It's
back
the
here.
size of a child.
Oh,
Sean.
Is it
take a
like
guess
a-
who it is.
Did I at all see what it was when it
It
ran
looked
out?
like a human child.
Was it like a halfling or a human child?
No, she's a halfling. It looked like a
just-
human
Your
child.
wife's
I
calling.
Right.
want to assume I'm faster than a human child.
You have long legs.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm like 80
still
feet
going
tall.
after him. That doesn't change the fact.
Throw Beecher.
Okay.
Throw Beecher.
Make an athletics
Throw
roll.
it, throw it, throw it.
Yes. You guys that are chasing him, make an athletics roll to see if you can catch up with him.
I'm gonna drop my battle axe and
boy.
only hold my hand axe to like make myself lighter.
Athletic,
Nice.
15.
You catch up with the kid.
All right,
You
I'm
wanna
gonna
grab
yeah,
one?
grab him by the back.
Roll.
cool.
It's an attack roll, basically.
You're like, you little shit.
19 plus 1.
Yeah.
Jeez,
You
Why'd
grab
you
him,
do that?
You pick him up. It's a human kid. He's like,
is
he's
it?
like crying.
We're
It's
totally
just
about
a
to kill
human
this
like
kid.
farm
Still
kid.
think it's Sean.
He looks like a
I still
filthy,
do too.
dirty farm kid who basically like was hiding out, and now
Say-
you have him.
Where
Who has
is everyone?
persuasion?
So
Like
where
high
is everyone?
persuasion.
He's like, he sees
I have
you,
4.
and he's like,
It's a dwarf.
We need to hand him
I'm not a
the
bad dwarf. I'm not
Wait,
a
but
bad
what if
he's
they
dwarf.
know
like
what's going
terrified.
on?
He's just
I'm
bawling,
so
and like there's
religious.
snot coming out of his nose, and he's just
That's like
crying.
I hear the crying.
You
and
guys
run
hear
over.
like a crying
We
child.
totally were
We
about
run
to
over
kill
that
him
one.
too.
I wasn't gonna. I was
So-
gonna just grab him.
So you see
And then
Maximillian
throw him.
holding a human child up by the scruff, and then the child's like covering his eyes and screaming in terror.
Maximillian, put him down.
He tried to run. He'll run again.
him down.
No, don't put him down.
We can
Don't put him
get you
down.
down.
Don't put him down. Don't put him
I
down.
don't want to chase him.
I'd like
down.
to
Wait, we
talk
have to
directly
figure
to
out
the
what
kid.
the T is before
Roll
we put him
persuasion
down.
to
I'm
see
gonna
if you
walk
can,
away.
you
I'm
can
gonna-
calm him down nicely.
I'm gonna walk
14
away and check the
plus
perimeter.
7, so yeah.
Okay. What do you say to the child to soothe him?
I thought he was calming me down.
What do I say to this kid?
Who? Do you
can
have
just
high
flip.
persuasion?
Ask
I
him.
do. I
Calm down,
Ask
don't
him
be
who he is.
scared.
He succeeded on the roll, but I want to know how he says it.
Hey.
Don't be
buddy.
scared of
Be
the
like,
two
why are you
monsters
crying?
grabbing
It's
you.
alright. Don't
What are you
look at
scared
the
of?
ugly mean dwarf.
I'm gonna walk
Just focus
away.
on me.
He's like calming down, but he's doing the like the.
You alright? Just breathe. Hey.
I do that all the
Can you talk to us? What happens? Why are you alone?
Why are you crying?
Everybody's
go.
dead.
Who killed them?
Scary mud people. They're little like him. And he points to the dwarf.
Turn around. Just
Scary mud.
I'm going away. I'm walking
Get
away. I
out.
want to get like on the other side of the house.
Hold on.
We're here now. You're safe now. You're with us. We're a band of
Heroes.
powerful heroes. That's
Mama
right.
told me to hide in my spot, and I hid in my spot, but then I heard screams and yelling, and then everybody was gone.
You did a good job at
Ask
hiding.
if she
You're
said
safe
why to hide. Like why are they
The
Scary
monsters.
little mud people
Oh, why?
came
Why
at
are they
nighttime.
now. Did you hear anything the monster people were saying? Why they were doing this?
No, they talking like dwarves.
I guess that makes
in
sense.
like so weird.
I don't like that he's doing that.
Yeah, I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Why don't you come back with us?
I'm gonna
We're
put down
here
the kid
with
at this point.
a big group,
Give
so
him
it's
a
very
backpack.
safe, and we can
Put him- just
give
hold
you
him
some
in your
food and
backpack.
water,
Actually, yeah, I think I
and
do.
we can figure things out.
Do you have a baby?
Do I have a Bjorn?
carrier?
Good.
A little baby Bjorn?
My name's Ralof. These are my friends.
He looks
like the
suspiciously at
Ask
Grimble.
for what's his name?
What's your name?
Craig.
My name's Craig.
Hi, Craig. You're safe now. Don't worry.
Maybe Albert.
Don't worry about him. He's no harm at all. He's just an ugly dwarf.
And a
Did you
raging
see
alcoholic.
Mama or Daddy
I'm sure they're safe. We'll
help
find
you.
them.
or Great Papa
We'll find Great Papa.
or Uncle Sam?
Uncle Sam. Yeah, we'll get him.
Don't say that.
We'll get him.
Carl, you can't give it false
I don't
hope.
know, but it's a kid right now.
Oh,
We'll put him in an orphanage at the end.
Some. Let's see. Who else
drop
would
him
have
off in the
been?
first house.
He won't know the difference.
I'll adopt him myself.
All right. Having heard
with
this,
the princess.
There's somewhere.
Carl's new
I'm going to
Tom
help
Blue
you
Man
think
and Orphan.
from a gaming perspective. You've just been told that. What?
They're all
what
dead.
did
Everybody's
Everybody's
dead.
dead.
meta moment? So he told you
Is that why there were no
everybody's
people
dead.
driving?
That's why you haven't seen anybody here.
Dude, that's a lot of dead
But
people.
does
That's
it
a
look
lot. Where are
like
they?
you've seen any death?
No.
How would you know that?
There's
By
no like,
investigating? What else would show you that people
well,
have
there's
died
no
here?
like blood
Yes,
or
there's
bodies.
no blood. Nothing's burned down. There's no bodies.
I watched so
Do we
many.
believe the
I
kid?
don't like this kid.
These are
I trust
Yeah.
the kid.
We should do a DNA test.
Oh, well, here's about it. Think about it. He's kind of
The
like
kid-
hanging
it's the
out.
trap, it's the
He's
trap, it's the
only
trap,
one
it's the
here,
trap.
Right,
Yeah.
dude? This is so disgusting.
How did they
It's
not
the
get
trap.
I
it?
They're
trust
like,
this kid.
listen,
This
your
one, he's
bait,
trying to cause
sit
the group
here
to, like,
and
I'm gonna
cry.
say-
I mean,
I trust
at
him.
the
He's
end
a
of the
little
day,
bit.
though,
It's a trap.
I guarantee I could throw him a full.
But wait. He
Tony,
said
it's a
if
trap.
One
He's like a
one skill
shapeshifter.
If
one
he's-
skill that you
Throw
can
him
use
before
right
he
now
shifts.
would be investigate. To
character.
investigate fully like the entire scene and look for clues like blood and
Or-
and
It's
things.
fake.
Oh
Here's what
my
we do.
Or
gosh, I did
tracks,
not see this
like
at
to see
all.
where they went.
Why
I
don't we
just
just
totally
ask him?
disregarded that.
Number two, you could use insight on the kid to see if
Yeah.
he's
Cut
Cut the
lying.
bullshit.
This is definitely fake.
Oh
So,
yeah.
look at your
I wanna-
skills.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually. I'm
I
not
have
even near
insight.
him, so
I have a
I'm gonna
plus.
I'm rolling
investigate.
insight.
Okay.
Can I roll insight?
Yes.
Have I put him down at this point?
I got an
Oh.
8.
I say we can.
Oh.
Rip.
I-
Can I roll again?
I'm gonna do some
not trying to
investigation.
I will let you
Don't
roll
even
one
give him a
time with the
chance,
skull
you know?
splitter
Oh my
dice.
god. Okay.
You're gonna get like a 1.
I'm not trying to kill a kid.
Nat
What
Skull
we
splitter.
play for killing a
17 plus 5.
Dude,
There you go.
Let's go.
Thank you, Skull Splitter dice.
Matt, I'm starting to think that us killing him was the right idea.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
should've.
I'm getting
Kill a
sus-
kid?
No,
Kill a
wait,
kid?
we need to use
Well,
it.
what if he's a like a
Milo
dominator?
looks at the kid and she's like,
it's a sleeper.
so this is, do you want me to just say? Like, how
Yeah.
are you going to communicate this to everybody?
This bitch lying.
What?
You feel like
Just be like,
he's
so listen,
not telling the truth
Yeah.
entirely.
if they
Yeah.
died, where they at?
So how
Where
do
did
you
they go?
communicate to them?
I'm just gonna tell them like, guys, I don't think he's 100%.
We play a little
Telling
game of
the truth.
telephone, and she like, you like
yeah,
pass it
and I'm
around.
like,
Okay.
he's not telling the truth.
Let's
So
have to
basically
actually
it's
play
like-
telephone. We have
actually-
to actually play telephone. You're
Yeah.
starting. Go.
This is awful.
It's part of the role play.
Tony, you're in this.
Wait,
Tony.
is Tony in this?
Tony's in this. It's an important part.
You changed it.
Yeah, you totally changed
What?
it.
I'm changing it from what Kavanaugh said. What Kavanaugh said.
That's
is-
breaking the rules.
By the time it gets to Carl, it's gonna be like, he seems like a good kid.
Milk. That's it.
What?
Tony, this is serious.
This
You
is
better not mess this
stupid.
up.
I told him not to
You
trust
can't
the
trust this.
This
kid.
is
kid. I don't
serious.
trust the kid.
Okay.
Do you trust the kid?
No.
I don't trust
He's not
the
telling the
kid.
truth.
Who's
trust
the
the
first
kid.
person to say that I
trust
didn't
this kid.
that the kid was weird?
Me.
I did.
Nuh-uh.
I said-
All right,
Literally
everybody.
the
The
whole
telephone
time.
is
I
over.
declared it.
He likes to eat baby Ruth.
Wow.
That's
I
my
said we
least
made
favorite.
Kavanaugh eat him.
I'm
No, you have
horrified
to
by
use
that.
them. If somebody comes and they want that kid back,
They're not
use
gonna want.
him.
It's a human
Bro,
kid. If
'cause
the
I'm
dwarves
not
have
with
been,
them.
You know.
It's not real.
I'm gonna
That's bad.
investigate.
Okay.
It's so sketchy.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
not
gonna
real.
like look inside some of the other houses and stuff.
He's not telling the truth.
It's so.
So this house is like on the far side. Like there's not
6.
really anything.
You know what this seems like? It seems
What about
like
the chick? What happened to the
It's a
chicken?
trap.
You look in there.
It's a tarp.
It looks
Where's the
undisturbed.
chicken?
Like maybe people left,
The chicken's
but
a
nothing's
bomb.
like toppled over or smashed.
Am I
You,
sus-
you know how the
Nobody
quotient
resisted.
work.
They didn't really
You
think
know
this
that
stuff.
like if they came here and did
It was a
that,
weak raid.
there would be blood everywhere. Or if they didn't kill everybody, they would have taken them off as slaves because they ransom people.
So they're all alive.
Also, they would have destroyed and smashed things and stolen anything worth like food. Like they
Yeah.
would have taken all the food. They would have taken any gold. And none of this stuff's disturbed. You go over to this cottage, same thing. You go over to this cottage, same thing. You get
Am
this.
I able to get a higher vantage point anywhere?
Hey, remember
can
when I
climb
said that
up.
we should just keep going and not check out the weird farm?
That's true.
Remember
But
that?
now we're like hooked in. The
Think
farm has
about
got
we're
me.
like wasting so much time though, because you have to get back.
It's
gonna take
whatever.
all
I'm kind of
freaking
curious.
day.
We can just point the kid in the direction of the guard tower and keep going.
Yeah, but he's not a kid.
That's a
he's
terrible
doppelganger.
idea.
Well, then
No,
we'll
I
hit him
think
with-
he's just a
then we'll
kid.
hit
Because
him
at
really
this
hard
point,
with
people are
something,
probably
and
watching
we'll keep
us
going.
from somewhere. Because they're not going to set a trap and just be like, all right,
This seems like
kid.
something
Yeah.
out
Roll
of
You
the
got
perception.
this.
Cold War.
Roll perception.
Remember the Cold War? Where,
What is
They're
that?
watching
those
us.
huge, phony,
That's a dice roll?
towns
Die
you
roll.
built,
And then you add
they
4.
had, like, actors in
Oh,
it and
rip,
stuff.
7.
You didn't really roll it. I think
Well,
she should
and-
re-roll.
In
Yeah.
World War II, they had fake tanks.
You
Blow
talking
up
about
tanks.
See?
Yeah,
That's
They
karma.
drove around
See,
blowing
that's
Alright.
what I'm saying.
tanks.
Sorry.
Heather.
So you
That's
guys are
pretty good.
standing out
Should
kind
we
of in
use
the
this?
center of this hamlet.
I was balancing
The
on my
kid is wondering what you're going to do with him, and he's like, "Are we going to safety? Are we going to leave like you said, Mister?"
Yes, we are. We're getting you to a safe
And then he's
place.
on his walkie-talkie. He's like, guys, they're coming out.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm
And then we
saying.
kill
They're watching you
We have the
call.
shot.
Guys,
You're
they're
being
coming out.
played.
No, I trust this kid.
He has like a
He's being
baseball
played.
hat with like a little camera.
My heart
Is
of
that a
gold.
camera?
It's in
So
character.
where do you
Let's
go?
notice
Grimble
holding
gets
like a
back
giant-
after Grimble like looked at all the houses. He returns.
Okay.
Hey,
How
yo.
He's
Just
not
a
found
huge shotgun
anything showing any kind
I'm
of
gonna
disturbance.
say
That's not a camera.
the quotient were never here.
Were to be like,
Okay, we're playing bad cop. Matt, pick up the kid.
All right, he's at least like 6 feet in the air now.
He's like, ha,
Girls are hitting him
He's
like,
like-
I'd
pinata.
like to pull out,
be
pull out
like,
my
be
flute.
like, got
just
anything
as
you
I
want
wanna
to
see
tell
what
us?
you said
Do you
of
have
movies.
anything?
Are we doing
you
the
would-
flute thing again?
Oh, no,
Care to
I just
share
pull out my
any
flute, pull out
information?
your axe. We're doing
Yeah.
good. I'm good cop, you're bad cop. Okay.
Oh,
I'm sure.
And you're holding them, so you can start. Say
um,
something mean to them.
so I'm
The
gonna.
lights.
Yeah.
How do I be a bad cop to
Hey,
a little
buddy,
kid?
it's okay.
Axe him
We
with
just
a
want
Right,
to
like,
talk.
listen, you little shits. I want to be bad.
Hey,
cop.
little
They
kid,
built this up too quick.
look me in the eyes.
So look him in the eyes. It's okay. It's all right. It's fine.
scary dwarves.
Who was here?
Scary mud dwarves. They're scary.
Okay,
Can I like
is this
throw him
an
up and
act?
catch him again?
Like,
I
are
know
you,
those mud dwarves,
I'm
and
so confused. Is this
it
against
doesn't look
your
like
will?
they've been here.
They were here, I said.
I'm gonna roll some
Wow,
insight.
good liar.
Roll inside.
I feel like you're lying, and it's okay.
20,
Just tell us
not
the
nat.
truth.
He's lying. I'm rolling.
What is that? Where
rolling
is
mine.
it?
He's
He's
lying.
lying.
15.
Is it
I'm
the
on his
same-
case.
Bad cop,
15
bad
plus
cop.
4,
Fuck you.
15.
Good cop, get in
Plus
there.
5. 20.
Bad cop, worst cop.
I have 13.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna turn around and say, get in there. He's lying, and then I'm gonna give you a high five, tap you.
Slap across the
I mean, he's a kid.
Tell us
Like,
the truth.
It's not like a mask when you slap it. It's like a kid, and now he's bawling. He's like,
Oh no, we're the weird criminals again.
Be like, listen, do you want to see your
This
family
is so
ever
much
again?
worse than the dock worker.
Listen.
It's like
He goes, okay, I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah, you better.
Stop hitting me.
Okay.
There's like some snot comes down, and then when he does
A little
the, like,
bubble.
it bubbles and then it goes back
Ew.
in. And he's like,
Wipe your frickin' nose.
he's like,
Go, you slap him.
there's
no
no
boogers
dwarves or quotient.
Yeah, what happened then?
I'll slap the boogers out of you.
Everybody left because the quotient are coming. They were scared. They didn't want to stay, but they also didn't want to fight against the quotient.
Why'd you stay behind?
Why are you here? And why'd you lie?
Because my parents wouldn't take me.
Why?
They take you?
suck
Because
that
I'm a
bad.
bad boy and I steal things.
Oh.
You can hang with us, dude.
I kinda, this kid's okay, you know.
You don't even need to roll. You're like, yeah, no, he's still lying.
Yeah.
Just right off the bat.
Oh,
You don't know what he's lying about, but much of what he just said was not
I'm gonna
true.
does he have shoes on?
No.
Okay. What is he? What,
Take
I want to
a look.
hit him
Take
with
his shoes off and
something.
throw
He
Tickle
has like
him.
he has like a converted burlap bag for pants.
Give me that bag.
And like a pillowcase for a shirt.
Okay,
He's
that's-
like
I want-
one notch above Dobby.
I'm gonna take whatever I can and light it on fire in front of
I
him.
just want
Just light a match.
We don't actually do it.
Roll
We're
intimidation.
gonna do it.
I like that.
I don't
I
know.
was
if my-
gonna-
Where's my intimidation?
Let's break his arm.
And you gotta be like,
7.
listen, we
My plan
can
was
do
to
this
just
the
throw him
easy
and then
way
catch him
or
with
the
the
hard
He's like-
way.
Listen, let me go in. I'll show you where they are. I'll take you to them. Please.
Tie a rope around his
Yeah,
neck.
Oh, he's
Take
gonna
us somewhere
take it
back.
somewhere else. Oh, I'm
Take us
roping him
somewhere
up.
else.
I'm
No, no,
roping
no,
him
no,
up.
no,
I have
no.
some
He's
rope.
gonna take us right to the people
Do
that
we
are trying
kill
to
the
kill us.
I think we should kill him.
I want to rope him up.
No,
I'm
'cause
roping
you can
him
get more
up.
Here's the
information.
thing.
We want the
Wait.
tea.
Here's the
Okay,
thing.
wait,
though.
wait, wait,
We're
wait.
not like.
Meta moment. Are any of us really okay with killing a kid?
I'm very against
I
it.
am.
Here's the thing.
I mean,
Morally,
it's
I'm
D&D,
against
you gotta do
it,
what
but
you
it's
gotta do.
objectively the smarter thing to do.
This
We're
isn't
trying to protect the
real
princess. We're not
life.
here for a war.
We need the tea.
It's a-
He
it's like a
knows
war.
No. But if we kill him, then
This
we
is a
lost
game
our
that a bunch of
advantage.
middle-aged people
We don't have
play.
anything on
Like,
them.
it's fine.
And we don't have any
right, we
information.
can-
Is it really, Heather?
If we
To
kill the
kill a
kid, we
child.
lose our only
Wow.
advantage.
You're right.
Wow,
Give
really?
him a- give him a
mean,
leash like
the
a
kid
dog.
didn't exist before.
No, but we can't
We're
just
hitting
taking
Is
us.
killing the only answer?
He's been lying.
I'm roping him
he's
up.
right.
I'm
Wait a
roping
second,
him up.
right?
Okay,
Wait, but we can't
Grimble
follow.
ropes up the kid.
This
We
is
are
a terrible
children,
idea.
And we're killing another
He
child.
cannot move because
That's
he's
really
bad.
he has like a
Well, let's
like
do
a
it.
We'll wear
sixth
makeup.
strength.
I'm 40.
Need your clothes.
This is bad.
Glass of water.
There's no
All the
right
answers you
answer here.
But it's the
I
kid.
kinda
the
wanna
kid.
But we also should
But
have
if we had to
don't
pick
follow him.
something, we'd have to kill the kid because maybe that'll.
What's
There's
the
If he
info?
betrays us,
What's
if he
the
betrays
info?
us, yes, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah,
All right,
But
you
Do you
have
want
him
to get
tied
to
up.
that point?
He seems
know.
suddenly he seems very calm.
we might
He's
try
like,
to kill
well,
him off.
I guess I'm not gonna. be able to show you where they're all
Put
at.
him down.
I'm gonna slap him across the
Cause
face.
he's like, I guess that's
You're
too.
full
I guess
of
I'll-
shit.
He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, well,
I'm
you
sorry
smell
for
like shit,
swearing.
you stinky dwarf.
He said a
I'm
swear
gonna
word.
slap him again.
Ow, he's bleeding from his lip. He's like,
Why does he sound like a grown man now?
he's like, you smell like shit, you stinky dwarf.
They age quickly
I want
in
to
the
find a
village.
bug
And
on the
you're a
ground,
jerk.
like a big bug, and put it in his mouth.
Ew.
Let's just
Put your
put
finger
dirt
in
in his
his
mouth.
nose,
Just
be
make
like-
him eat dirt.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Okay, fine. Dirt.
Listen.
Dirt or a big
He looks
bug.
at all of you guys, and then he settles his eyes back on Drake. He's like, is this how you are, traitor? He's like, you're just gonna let them kill me? I'm one of you. I'm a human.
He's a racist.
But lying.
Why
That
are you with
hits
this
too close
pack
to
of
home.
freaks anyway?
Oh.
We used to rule this place.
Oh my
I want to
god.
genuinely think Maximillian would
Same.
kill him.
Why
I want
is
us
why is
outta
the kid
here.
stealing things? Why is the kid being
my
a piece of
God.
shit?
Can I like drop him from however like above my head height that I was holding him at?
Yeah, but you don't want him
Alright.
to escape.
He's good. Yeah.
Well, no,
he
but he's
already-
tied up.
He already went.
He
Yeah,
just
like,
hits
that
the
one
ground.
time.
He's like, ow, my leg. He-
I want to be
he's
like, listen, we are.
I'ma hold him
nothing
down to
like
the
each
ground.
other because I.
You're a
I'm
human,
a
and I'm a
liberal.
human, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, but this kid's a piece of shit. Please.
I'm
I don't know
gonna
what to
hold
do.
him down to the ground.
He goes, are you gonna let this stinky dwarf or this blue-skinned freak
Yes.
or that
You're
green
gonna
Yes.
die.
half-breed?
Oh no!
Yes. Oh, actually,
He's like, when my
I'm going,
father
I'm
gets
going
back, he's gonna skin all of you alive.
I'll skin
and
your
he'll
father.
Save you for last.
for last.
I'm
wanna
gonna
cut
just
off
Like,
his fingers.
listen.
Wait,
Race traitor.
Can I just pick him up by the 1 foot and hold him upside down for a good minute?
I'm gonna cut
Yeah,
off
yeah.
all of his.
What if I
fingers.
have a secret talk with him and I'm like, I was just saying that because of them.
That's not nearly.
And I
as
was like,
Okay. Do you
It's like
you
American
notice
Idol.
that like the
Spin.
kid's trying to engage Drake? Do you guys back off and let Drake talk
Slap
to the kid,
him.
or are you gonna continue torturing?
I
him?
kind of
I
want to
mean, he's
get more
upside down,
fired
so-
up. I want him to talk to you. I want them to talk
Yeah.
about their
Let's get a
racist
dialogue.
impurities.
this
Alright.
is not like
How
my.
far off do you guys back away? Because the kid's not going anywhere.
10 feet.
Oh, am I not
Oh,
supposed to?
I'm still like kind of on him. I'm like 3 feet away from
I'm
him.
right in there. I'm at eye level.
I'm at 10 feet away.
looking-
Okay, so
but
you're
I
like-
have a
I'm
bow
like-
and arrow pointed at his
And he's
dick.
like, listen, if you get me out of here, when my father and his warriors get back,
Then I won't.
they'll make sure that you are rewarded.
And I'll be like, listen, in order to get
I
you out of here
guarantee
and
I'm
keep you
richer than-
safe, you gotta tell us what's going down.
Or we'll kill you.
I guarantee I'm richer than your
Roll
dad.
persuasion.
Tell him we're gonna kill
I don't know
him.
what that means.
Just roll the
Heather, help.
This one.
Which
Oh.
one?
That
He's
one.
trying to bribe us. Joke's on him. I'm filthy stinking
Bad.
rich.
Oh, really bad.
I just
Yeah,
did
but
this
no,
'cause
it's
I
okay.
want.
He's like, look, it's this simple. The quotient are coming. We don't want to be here. They're going to kill all the humans.
He's
We
right
have to
somewhere.
get out of here. When my father gets back with his warriors, you will be rewarded for your loyalty. The inferior races must die. You're like, he's very
You
serious
slap
for a
him.
kid.
I know.
I was actually
Now,
thinking I was
just
gonna
at that
glorious
moment-
bastards do the swastika on his
Just in
forehead.
this moment of
And now I found out
calm,
he's a
while
fascist.
Drake is talking to
The
the kid
chicken.
in subtle whispers, the chicken who had followed you over begins tapping again at Maximillian's boot.
That's bad. I feel like
I
that's
don't
really
like
bad.
this. I don't like it
Because
being close
before
to
it was
me.
like tapping you and you went and the kid was there, and so the kid knew you were there.
Who's
Bill.
the chicken?
And now it's tapping and he's like, my dad's coming home.
I don't like
Bill.
this. What if his chicken is his dad?
all the chickens turn into
The
villagers.
chicken boy.
I feel like that's bad.
He's
My
a
new
chicken
hit
boy.
book coming out soon.
We should kill. Should we kill the chickens?
The kid's like,
Yes.
time is ticking. When the sun is directly overhead, they'll be here.
Dude, oh, I want to kill this kid. I don't like this
You
kid at all.
figure that it's about 10 a.m. You've got
Okay.
like 2 hours.
Kill him. Just kill him. Okay.
Do we leave the chickens? I feel like the chickens are sketchy.
I feel
kind
like
He's like,
Just
who,
a bit.
hey, who let out my dad's chicken? And why is it tapping the giant freak? I mean, the nice guy.
He's racist. He can establish
gonna
that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
good.
I'm
And I'm
gonna,
like, I don't know. Why is
Yeah,
he
why?
doing that?
Do you
I'm
know
gonna
why?
go over to the
I don't know.
kid.
Yeah, you do.
He's like, no, I don't, shorty.
I slap him. No, just kidding.
I
thorn whip him.
want to walk over to him and grab him and say, I want to
What's up
sit him
with the
down
chicken?
somewhere, and I want to go, okay, if you're telling the truth or not, I don't care. I kind of want to hurt you because you're an ass. But I know you're full of shit, so there's no point in not telling us because I'm gonna hurt you
Then
anyways.
wait until the sun's overhead. If you think I'm lying,
Kill him.
you'll find out.
He's too smug. I hate
At
him.
Yeah, but
noon,
what's up
at
with this
noon,
shit?
my father and his
Jeremiah.
warriors will return, and they'll kill you
Should I be
first.
like-
I'll
because you're a
bathe in the
filthy-
blood of your father.
You're a
I
filthy,
don't
dirty
care.
dwarf.
If he's just like talking to him,
They'll
can
cut
I
off
be
your
like,
beard and use it as a broom to sweep my mom's chimney because
Purpose after death.
that's the only
exactly
purpose
what
for
you want.
a dwarf's beard.
That's only one.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm just gonna cut off his hand.
No, you're not. What if I'm like,
I'm gonna take my hand
I'm
back
like,
and cut off his hand.
Do it. Ready?
I'm like,
All right, if you are actively going to try to block him
no,
somehow,
don't
I
do
wanna
it. Let him
block
cut
her.
off- No, wait, can you look at me before he does anything to the kids?
Yes.
I know.
I'm like,
I catch her doing
like-
it.
And I have action surge. I'll do a bonus action. I'll cut off his other hand.
why,
Okay.
if we're a team, why would
I
you
will
do
give
double
you.
wire?
I'm going to give you advantage to cut off his hand because he's basically he can't really move.
He's gonna get mad at me then. He's gonna get
20.
so mad at me.
Natty 20.
He's
aim
gonna be
for his
like,
hand and
you let this
slap him in the
happen.
hand.
It's beautiful.
It is the cleanest cut that you've ever made. Like it's almost search. It's one of those things where you cut off his hand, but the hand didn't go flying. Like for a minute, you're like, wait, did I miss?
It's just a
and then it just starts going and blood's leaking everywhere.
Ew.
And the kid's like,
Wait.
Really want a screaming kid when we're trying to like not be found.
and he's like, ah! And like there's blood just shooting
Put some
out.
dirt in it.
okay, can I go in and like,
You have medicine,
so much-
don't
yeah,
you?
we need to
Yeah.
fix-
No, why
You
are
know
you?
that if you don't somehow bind the wound immediately, he's gonna
Yeah.
bleed out.
Okay, well,
Which
we'll
we don't
bind
want.
his
I
hand.
don't know that.
Oh, can I stitch
a
it?
roll.
I don't know
Can I
that.
stitch
We're
it?
all gonna think about that.
Do I know how to
No,
do
because
that?
then all the blood would just go back
15.
into
Good enough.
I think it's something.
Carl, stop.
Nothing.
So basically, Milo ties like a
plus 5, I have a
tourniquet
20.
around the wrist and like bandages it and like elevates it so that it's like up and like the little
it-
blood's like
I tie
dripping
it
on
to
the
his
kid's
head.
face. And he looks very like peaked, like as if
So
he
how
might
old is this kid? Like,
pass
this
out.
isn't age,
Dad.
he's like 6.
He's like 12.
What if
Okay.
I'm
He
gonna
can
sneak
take
him
it. The worst
some
years.
water and I'm like,
The
here,
worst years.
here you go. And I'm gonna be like, hey man, I'm sorry about that.
Here's
Hey
a glass
man.
of water.
Hey, I'm
your
sorry.
hand.
I have a
We
crowbar
should
you can
dispose
use.
of his hand so no one sees it. Should we bury it?
He's like, just wait till noon. You will believe.
No, why? Stop trying to make me
You
eat
will
this.
believe me then.
Is he dying?
He
At
better
noon,
not be dying. Beecher, it's all your fault.
You'll see when my father returns.
Yeah, they were
The
in
sun
Draco
will be
Malfoy.
overhead.
Who dies from getting their hand cut
Say,
off?
wait.
These were like the dark ages.
Nobody's listening.
Like,
to
you
me.
get a paper cut, you're
127
Is he
hours.
dying?
No, he's just very like. I mean, if
lost
somebody
all
cut
the
your
blood.
hand off, you'd
Yeah.
be in pain.
Oh, okay.
He's like, it hurts so
I'm
much.
It hurts so much.
I think I would be too sad if I talked
I
to
no
him
longer-
again. Just
I'll
like,
give him
I would be like,
I started to feel bad. and
That was
then
not
I
my
got
Give him a
decision.
single
and then I
Tylenol.
felt bad.
Don't feel bad.
it was
This
not
is all
my
we could got.
decision.
Hey,
We can-
half-breed, do you have a god that you pray to? You, tall one, half-breed.
You're gonna be like, yeah. So
Do you
he's
pray
like,
to a god? You should ask your god for a merciful death for the dwarf, because my
inclined to
father is
say
going to scoop out his eyeballs and then empty his brains with a dull spoon.
and then you're like,
Can I
do
just,
you
like-
want your other hand? Like,
Can I just accidentally like
My
I go to
father's-
hand him his water and then just like accidentally spill it and then leave?
like-
Accidentally waterboard him.
He's like, hey, ugly dwarf, my father's gonna cut your head off
You know, actually, I
and
know. what I'm
bleach your
gonna do.
skull and make a hat for me out of it.
I'm gonna take.
Because if you have a big dumb dwarf head with a big dumb dwarf skull,
I'm gonna take one of my arrows with a sharp tip
my
and,
God.
Inglorious Bastard style, draw the Quotient logo on his forehead.
I like
Ooh,
that.
So
That's so
dark.
bad.
that is so dark.
That's
But you know
really,
what?
really-
For that level of darkness, I grant you an inspiration die.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow, that's good.
That is
That's
rather
good.
inglorious of you and bastardish. So now you
I just
guys
tried
are
to spill the
waiting.
kid's water.
Let's
Oh,
leave.
by the way, did I forget to mention that the cottages, like the food, the drinks, everything's intact. So if you wanted to like root through there, you could while you're.
Let's
Yeah, I'm
root
gonna have
through
some
there
water.
for a
Is that a
little
bad
bit,
idea?
and then let's get back on
Do
the
they
road
think
and
we're gonna
join the
do that?
princess.
Don't make it noticeable.
I just want to have some water.
Okay, so what do? Do you stay and wait? Do you root through things, or do you head back up the road and try to get caught up to the princess?
We should.
We should go.
We should
probably.
go.
Yeah.
If you see something on the passing as we're walking out,
We have
like
to
a
take
nice
the kid
cheese
with.
wheel,
We have to be
Go
like,
and
look,
bury
is this
his
safe?
hand.
No, why don't we tie the kid to a tree in the town so he gets killed?
No,
and just leave
because
him be?
No.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I need consensus. Time's ticking.
Oh jeez.
What do we do?
Okay,
We have to go to a
What's
vote.
our move
do
here?
you
Trust.
I don't think we should take. Just
Let's have a
Heather,
vote.
leave
no.
him.
Let's have a vote. Who here wants to leave the kid there to die?
We should just leave him.
That's 4 to 1.
We don't need him.
No,
This is- it's gonna be
you're
a
also
repeat of a
fascist
month.
or a
She's gonna be
racist.
following us.
But
'Cause
I'm
you're like
gonna
human.
get us there.
That's true.
And he's gonna already have that carved into his forehead, so he doesn't have a hand.
That's true.
This kid's screwed for life. It doesn't
Well,
even
he's
matter.
dead anyways. There's no way he's gonna live.
That's true. Let's just let him die.
Yeah, he's like.
If there's no way he's gonna live, why can't we take him
He's
with?
gonna like take off his tourniquet and die.
Then why can't we take him with? If he's gonna die either way.
Because
'Cause
then
I don't
that's
wanna deal with
a
him.
body
What
that
are we
we
gonna do
take.
with the body?
We have to do something with the body. We
He
have
can
to
still
stop.
walk. He still has legs.
Tie
No,
it
but
to
like
a tree.
when he dies, inevitably, and we have to bury
You're
him.
not sure if he could walk. You haven't lifted him up since Maximillian dropped him, and you do remember
Oh,
that
yeah.
he
It's
made
not
a
worth
sound
it.
like there was a thump sound.
Extra baggage.
A big
Just
thump.
leave him. He's not gonna do we think he's gonna do anything for us?
Harvest his organs.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes, I do.
You do.
Inspiration
Yes, I
based
do.
plays.
Where's
Because
the
I
Now,
don't know.
bear in mind that if the princess and her guards had kept walking from the time that you guys departed,
needs a heart.
they're at least a half an hour ahead of you.
What if they're dead?
We have to walk really, really
Yeah,
Wait,
well,
we should ask the kid. We should be like,
Nice,
listen,
please.
hypothetically, if we were up there, would we be safe?
On the road towards the capital,
Yeah.
but that's where the quotient are.
What did I say
Run.
about leaving the princess with the guards?
Princess.
We
yeah,
gotta
but then
run.
she'd see all
We need
the
to
stuff that just
run.
happened.
We
and
need
we'd
to
go to
run.
jail.
We start running. We run.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah, we're running after.
full
Run
speed
after the
ahead.
princess.
Okay, everybody runs, and you are cutting. You know, like once you get back to the main road, you have like open space. There's no obstructions.
Can I turn into a cheetah so I can get there really, really fast?
That's so cool.
Isn't that
That's
kind of a good
something-
idea?
Like,
Because I don't have that much speed. I
If
only
she's
have
not-
25
I could
speed.
probably pick you up.
You could-
as
I mean-
But if I
Ten
turn into a
chickens.
cheetah,
You
wait,
could turn
they,
into. I don't know.
they
if
run
like a
so
husky.
fast.
No, turn into something
Bill.
that's like a forest animal,
So-
so you can, if they're like being
A
killed
horse
right then, you
has
can be like
double the
watching.
speed. You could turn into a horse
Okay,
for sure.
I'll turn into a horse.
And you could go double the speed. Let me see if you can turn into a panther. Actually, horses have better speed than panthers.
Okay, I'll turn into a horse.
All right,
If you were
so
something that can fly, so you can just fly
I can't fly
you
yet.
can't fly yet.
Oh.
At
That's
higher
like
levels,
next
you
level.
once
do
you get
fly.
to like 5, you could be a giant eagle, and we could all ride you there.
I want
Yeah,
to fly
freaking-
like
Bill, tell us if this is possible.
Yes, hold
Carl,
on.
stop.
I want to read at least one of these.
You're
So
stressing me out.
a panther has 50-foot speed, but actually a horse is faster. And you know what?
Doesn't a horse have longer stamina?
Yes,
I want to turn into a horse.
you ride.
Do I just do it, or do I have to roll or
So
something?
technically, someone could ride on you.
I feel like that's a bad
Who's
idea.
the slowest?
Beecher.
Or
Not
Wait,
fast.
is that a bad idea? Because if someone sees it, if they're like, shit's about to go down and they see a horse, they're gonna be like, why is there a horse? But
Well,
if
if
there's
they
somebody
also-
on a horse, they're gonna be like, there's another one. They're gonna be like,
Well, but they're
"Dude,
still going to see
we
the
gotta
other
get on that."
3 or 4 of us running.
Look
too.
at that.
Think about
No,
top
the
left.
horse is gonna be so
Top
far
right.
ahead.
Top right.
And then
I gotta do
Heather can be like, nay, if we should
No.
go around.
Nay.
Dang it. If we need to go around and like
Almost happened.
attack, Heather will be like, nay.
Okay.
So is someone am I
Is
taking
someone going to
with
ride
me?
on the horse? I need to know that.
I'm not.
No, I'm
Not it.
Okay.
No.
So
no
then
one's
you
riding
just
on
turn
the
into a horse.
I'll
You
ride. No,
fly
I'll
ahead.
ride on the
Okay.
horse.
Roll for
Yeah, I'm
those
getting
guys.
on the horse.
Okay.
Okay.
What if we put the kid on the horse?
The kid's
You
tied up
guys
to a
just
tree.
left the
We're
kid.
not bringing the
Oh,
kid.
I thought
we tie the
kid's
kid
dead.
to the horse? Okay.
Okay.
I go.
So you go. You guys are hauling. You guys are also
Right.
running, but you're gonna
Zooming.
over time you're ahead.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna say is this: you get way down the main road, like the horse and Beecher and Grimble like are out of your sight line,
And there's still nothing. They don't find
and
it.
you still haven't run into anything. You guys see up ahead a group of people traveling, and it looks like the princess and her guards.
Okay.
Ah, sweet.
Good.
I was worried.
What if it's not? What if they're like have
they're
knives in their
imposters?
backs and they're like freaking lock?
Pass me those buildings.
What if the guards are actually the worst?
So do you continue riding up?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have to.
Okay.
Oh, and they'll recognize you.
Yeah.
So it's
Also,
Is
you
it
can
that
change
bad?
I
Wouldn't
can
that be
change that.
bad?
They
Oh, it's the
recognize
princess.
me.
But like, what if it's
Not the
Oh.
princess.
Well, if it's not the
I don't
princess,
know.
then
We'll
they see a
see.
dwarf.
If
and
it's
that's,
not the
like-
princess, then it's me and Milo and Stick.
or it is the
Stick of it,
princess, but someone's holding them like hostage?
We kill them all.
as you guys get closer,
It's our guys. It's our gang.
The Amazons and the lizard.
I love the lizard.
okay.
Forked
So as you get closer, you catch up, and you notice that, like the princess guards turn around at first, and they're like looking, and then they see you, and then they like lower their weapons. So you like ride up, and when you get within like 20 feet, one of the guards like says, "Where's everyone else? And where'd you get that horse?"
You're like, this
Uh,
is Heather.
I like
I
to
was-
transform.
no, this is Milo.
The horse.
Don't worry about it.
Don't ask.
We
been
got
a
busy
weird
in a farm
adventure.
with a suspicious kid who was telling stories like they got ransacked by the quotient, but there was no signs of it. So we left him there, and
We cut his hand off.
yeah, I mean,
This is not relevant.
She's a horse.
You
and
were a
didn't say
horse.
it.
You're like,
that's
We have his
good. We
hand
don't
to
want
show.
them to know that.
Be like,
Heather just has the.
wait, do
And
they know?
they are
Or
on
do
the way
I
back
just know?
as well.
I'm curious.
No, they
has,
know.
Milo is magical and can turn into a horse.
But be like, listen, this is what's about to go down.
But apparently,
And they're supposed
as
to
the
come
kid
this way, so you
says,
should
is
probably get the
quotient
heck out of it.
are going down this road. So we have to be careful.
very well.
Is there like
Should
woods
we wait
around?
here or keep going?
It's a big forest.
Should we
I
wait
think
for
if
the
I-
rest?
Go through the forest.
I think
and
we
not
should
the
wait for the
road.
rest. The rest of our people to come, because
And-
more arms the
and
better.
not take the main road.
Like,
And like kind of, if it's possible, to ride like a football field away from the.
Really on football fields today.
well,
That's the only unit of measurement we
I've
we
watched
know.
like 2 football games.
like if you're gonna wait for them, don't wait like in the middle of where anyone can see you.
So what do you do?
We're gonna die.
What do I do?
Where do
Okay.
you wait? In the middle of the road?
I kind of rally people to go hang off the side of the road.
Okay. So you convince them to like get off the road. And they're not too far off the road. There's like a small like grove of trees. I'm not talking about like dense forest.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can't just like go hide out. But there's enough trees where like it's kind of you could sort of get into the mix of them and maybe kind of like stay hidden. So you get off the road
Yes.
and you're waiting for a while. And down the like horizon, you see the rest of the party like jogging.
Then I'm gonna run out to the middle of the road and like jump and wave my hands.
Okay.
To, like, signal.
All right, you see the dwarf like waving his axe in his hands. You guys run up. You don't see the rest of the group.
Where is?
Okay,
where's the
but
gang
they
of
just see
people?
us running
they're all
too,
in the
so
woods right
both
now,
of us think that there's
hiding
something
away.
wrong.
Right.
When you guys get to us, I'm gonna say they're in the woods right now, hiding away in case quotient are on the
cool.
main
We
road.
get a thumbs up
Okay.
before we can hear him.
So what do? You go back to the woods?
Yeah, let's move.
I say
to the
we
woods.
keep
What if we
going
had like a small
towards
party on the road that
towards the
brought us up
capital,
quotient
but
and
like
then we,
in the woods.
bumped
Okay.
up from the woods?
So here's what I'm gonna have you do. Because you're going off road, and you're trying to stay away from the side of the road, but you're still heading towards the capital, right?
What if we have Heather as a little animal scout, like
Yeah.
in front of us?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
turn into like a something tiny.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
That makes her a
Little
bird.
chipmunk.
No, you can't be a bird.
I can't fly.
You could be a
penguin.
penguin. No, just something that's loud, so if something happens.
You could be a wolf.
Kiwi.
Oh, a wolf is cool.
You
sad.
could
I want to be
be
a
a rat
into a kiwi.
or a squirrel.
Thank you.
You should be a wolf. And then like bark.
Wolf.
You-
Yeah, I
Something's
guess a
wrong.
wolf.
Could be a
Do wolves
mastiff,
bark?
No
a
one's gonna mess with the
dog,
wolf.
like a dog.
Dog.
Okay.
Wait, no, people
Heather
are gonna
can
be like,
turn
why
into
is
an
there a
animal,
dog?
but it sounds like
Be a
her just
forest
making the animal.
So,
You
She just shows up as a horse.
A bear, a boar.
Is a boar
Cat?
good?
A boar.
Yeah, that'd
no
be
one's gonna
good.
mess with a boar.
You're right.
Bill,
Wait.
did
Dwarves seem like the
Did,
kind that would just
the
hunt a
chicken
boar
follow
like
us?
for sport at random.
That's a big gameplay.
Are you
You'll
playing a
find
game?
Yeah.
Nice.
I haven't for like a good while now.
Should I turn into a boar?
Don't people hunt those? Like, I think you should be a wolf.
Wolf, yeah, sure.
Okay.
acting
So
Because that's scary.
this is your second shape change
I
for
want
the
to be a
day.
squirrel.
You convert from a horse to a wolf, and now you're gonna run up ahead.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah.
go. Okay.
Crazy chicken.
Well played, Neely. Because here's what happens: as you guys are proceeding west
As you're busy talking.
towards the capital, but off
Welcome
the
to the
main
show.
road,
Welcome to D&DwithHighSchool.
your wolf scout, far up ahead, senses the smell of sweaty dwarves.
Ew.
Sweaty, dirty, muddy dwarves. And in fact, as you come over the crest of a small hill, you see this just field of dwarves like camped out in tents, and there's like fires and they're cooking stuff. And then you see like these crudely made like animal pens. Basically, it looks like they just took like branches and chopped down a few trees. But instead of animals being in there are people, and they're chained up.
Wow.
Oh.
There, you would estimate that you probably see 400 dwarves. It's the biggest horde that you've ever
can
seen.
take
We can't fight
And
this
it just,
one.
it goes on
Lord-
forever, right?
Lord Skull.
So this is what you see. Now, what do?
I like don't run back because it like that would be weird. But I casually like.
But you're a wolf.
You don't
but
howl
it's
yet, but you
weird.
come back to us, or you don't
Okay,
so
watch
you
it,
go
but you
back?
come back.
Yeah, I don't want them to like really notice.
Okay.
Because that would just look weird. So I just kind of like casually turn around, and then I like go back. And then when I'm not in sight anymore, I book it. And
I have a question.
I
I'm
start
gonna have you
freaking
make a
out.
stealth roll as a wolf.
Okay.
You get a +4 to stealth.
16.
Are there
So
people
20.
at the Capitol that could be like, stop doing that to the dwarves?
Oh yeah.
Like-
I mean, the capital is the capital. There's an
Right.
army.
So
The
like,
capital's a walled city. It's huge.
shouldn't we just like worry about getting back and then be like, hey, they're
Remember
doing
that one guard
Which
from last night?
Yeah.
The shortest straw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alvin the Red?
Yeah.
So now, when she comes back to tell you this,
Did you see Alvin the Red by chance?
you didn't, but you know that he would have run right into this horde.
Oh. At night though,
We're
so
terrible.
he might.
Oh.
At night, that's true.
It was at night, so if there was any form of
So in
light
other words,
there,
you
then
don't
would've
know
seen
if he
it.
made it back. You don't know.
Yeah.
But what you do know is that this horde is in the general direction that you need to go.
Are they all in the forest, or are they just
They're
like?
they're basically what she describes. It sounds like the amount of space they take up is everything from the road itself into a couple hundred yards, like north of the road, of the east-west road.
About a
So
football field.
you guys could go around them.
I feel like that's the move.
Yes.
Yeah, because then we could just get.
Or-
Carl, stop.
Beecher dresses up like a quotient. We all get roped up as his prisoners, and he takes us through the camp, one side to the other. That's right. Easy.
But you're gonna walk up the road and be
Yeah,
like,
but wait, we have
I
a
found these
princess.
ones, and they're
Yes.
gonna be like, who are you?
Be like, I'm a quotient. He's a dwarf. They're drunk all the time, right? Easy peasy.
I mean, I doubt they're gonna know. Every
So
dwarf's gonna know
several
every other
things.
Exactly.
Number one,
99.
none of the quotient wear armor. He's wearing armor.
Take your
Number
armor
two,
off.
most of them are caked in mud and like
Rub you up with mud.
just body
We have
stink.
to cover you in mud.
we
And
could
like their
disguise you.
hair's dreaded and stuff. Like you could try to make a disguise
Or we could
roll,
just go
and then
around.
you could try to perform as a quotient or deceive as a quotient. How's your deception? How's that skill? What's your proficiency in deception?
0.
Ah,
Walk around. We're walking
Okay.
around.
What about your
And
persuasion?
I'm not saying it's a bad idea, Carl.
'Cause
I'm
it's
just
a great
saying it's a
idea.
horrible idea. So
It would work.
both my persuasion and performance are
Okay, if
also
we get-
0.
it would
Hold
work
on.
if
They
it was
would
a
definitely
if it was a
know.
horde of tieflings and you were gonna do
Well,
it.
that'd be great.
That would work. But
Yeah,
like
tieflings are too cool and nice.
Like they all smell bad. Like they're gonna
Same
know
with
something's
people.
up.
What? We just make them smell bad. Like throw
They're
an egg
gonna
at 'em.
know.
That's worth so much. Like the
It
amount
smells
of time
fine,
we
except
would
there's just
take,
an
like
egg on his shirt.
It's
doing
not
the
a good
work.
idea.
We could be halfway
I don't
there.
really
going,
want to
"Oh,
be
It's
next
not a
to
good
like a
idea.
ton of
I
quotient
agree.
either.
just so you're clear, the princess is like, there's no way we're going to do that.
She's so hot.
As much as
I
I-
can't say no to her.
As
so.
much as I love you, Ralof, there's no way that we're going to do that
Who
because
is this?
Because-
Like, who is she? Who is she?
the dragon lady. That's the princess.
Wow.
Because
We're gonna have a chat later.
there's no
We're gonna have a
way
little
that
chat.
Beater.
I could be,
We don't even fight the
Mistaken with the
potion.
common.
The princess dies.
You're right.
and they would
'Cause you're so
they would know that
gorgeous.
this, of
Yeah.
course, yes. So we'll have to go around as Drake suggested. This is clearly the wisest and most
It's
strategic.
The
plan.
most boring, but you're right. Yeah.
Do you want to get there or freaking not? Carl?
Once we get within the walls of the capital, we'll be safe.
Tony. My name's Ralof.
Lead the way.
Me? Carl.
I'd
Lead
lead
the
the
way.
way around.
Okay.
Wait, Heather's actually leading the way because she's the wolf.
All right.
Are you still a
now
wolf?
I'm going to have
Yeah.
you make a
Yeah.
wolf perception roll.
Oh.
So you get a +3 to your roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
11.
So plus 3 is
3.
14.
Plus
So-
what?
Plus 3, so
No,
14.
no, but then.
You get the
what am I
wolf
adding?
keen smell. Oh, you have advantage.
Yeah.
Roll again and take the higher of the 2 rolls. I forgot wolves get advantage on that. All right, so 12 plus 3 is 15. All right, good enough. So basically, you go up a little bit ahead where they could still see you. You guys are following the wolf. And as she leads you, circumventing the horde, you notice there's moments where she stops and like smells the air and then cuts a little bit further north and then cuts around. And then you guys go down. And then you go down a little ravine and you cross a creek. And then you go back up the hill and you go around this way. And it takes a while. Like it's midway through the afternoon before you're clear of this entire
Because
horde.
of the freaking chicken that you had to take out of the.
What did I do?
It's because of the chicken.
I don't know what you're talking
It's all
about.
your
But
fault.
then,
Kill the chicken.
It's the chicken's
but then,
The chicken leads to quotient.
But then
off in the horizon, up in the hill,
do.
we can
you
see,
see the shining metropolis that is Poitex Shahar. The capital city is merely a couple miles away on the horizon.
Full steam ahead.
Okay, so you start making way. You're making a pretty quick pace. You now feel confident that the horde is well behind you.
Wait, what if we like? Heather can be a horse, right? Is there any way that she could
She
be like?
could, but she's used up her 2 for the day. So she's a wolf. If she unwolfs, she's
She
done.
can't go into. Okay.
So you're moving along.
What if we send one of the guards
Put your
and we're
group
like?
in correct marching order here. So here's the princess. Put your guys around wherever you want them to be as you're going that way towards the capital. It's within your sight, upon the horizon.
We should send one of the princess guards to be like, hey, she's coming.
You
like,
should do
don't
that.
worry about that.
And as you're thinking about sending someone, you see right in front of you the very ground itself erupt as several tufts of grass just explode upwards and mounds of dirt just stand up. And you are ambushed by a group of quotient
How would
scouts.
Heather not smell them?
She didn't roll high enough.
They were underground.
They're smelly muddy boys.
Yeah, but they were in those smelling
Like
mud,
what?
so-
What?
Oh, their ass
What?
is
But
grass.
they're
If this
like
is
in
any one of
between
those
us and the
kids'
capital.
dads.
Yes.
Oh,
Is the
finished.
capital like
I'm on your
the
case.
capital's
You
pro
cut my
us
kids'
technically?
hand
Yes.
off?
The capital's very pro you because you have the
Princess,
princess.
yeah.
You have the king's niece.
So what if we just like yell a lot? Wouldn't someone from the capital be like, there's shit going down
It's a
outside?
couple miles away.
Oh.
You know when you go out Joliet Road on a clear sunny day and you
Yeah.
can see the Sears Tower? That's how far it is. You're like, oh, there's the capital, but it's far away.
It's-
Why did
Yeah.
we start running?
That's a solid 20
Here's you,
miles.
here's them. Everybody roll
We
initiative.
have no chance.
I'm rolling
3.
for
What am I
the
rolling?
ocean.
2.
One.
Carl got beat.
Which
What
one
am
am
I
I
doing? The big
This
one.
one?
17.
Quotient
That was it. Touched my
ambush.
paper. It touched your paper.
Said quotient ambush time.
What is this for?
Dirty mud dwarves
Border
hopping
movie.
up to
It's
attack.
plus this
They
one.
don't wear no armor. Their balls are hanging down. Well, that's gross.
Wait a second.
They are naked. They're quotient. They fear nothing.
I need
They're
disadvantage
painted
on
in mud and blood. That's how they roll.
That's very unsanitary.
ambush.
I'm a barbarian, but I have some
This is
time.
so metal, Tony. All right.
Well, Bill, you're like describing mud people jumping out of like the ground.
It is.
What
I
wrong
love
with
it.
Play,
I
Bill?
love it.
Like,
It's metal.
that's not. It is metal.
I don't know
All
if
right.
you've heard
Did
of it.
anybody? I'm going to go from top down.
I got
So,
one.
who has over a 20 initiative? No Tom Petty. No.
I have a
Tony, I'll throw a sharpened pencil at you.
I have a 20.
You have a 20.
Yes.
Excellent. 19, 18, 17,
17.
16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Jesus, you guys. 9, 8, 7, 6,
Yeah,
5, 4.
6.
What did you roll, girl? A 1?
Plus what?
Oh, I
Plus,
don't.
it doesn't
Plus
even
2.
matter.
It doesn't matter.
You're just
Plus 2.
last.
3.
All right. So, you get to go
Beecher.
before the first wave of quotient go. You see them just. They're like, they have a mishmash of like hammers, axes, swords. They're just running at you. All of you guys are right in front of the mix. Now, you could run towards them, or you could hold your defense and wait for them to come to you. So that's you. That's the line of quotient, and they're all rushing
And
towards
how
the
far away is
princess.
the capital?
5 miles.
Okay, so I think we should definitely push up, but just to like we don't want to like try to beat them. We
Pick a
just want
dwarf
to not.
and fight it.
Me,
Yeah, here's you.
my man's in the
Yep.
back. They all look the same.
Uh-huh.
Pick your
That
Pick
one's
the
red.
closest one.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Boom.
That man.
You
I
run
would-
past
Plus everybody else is
Maximillian
like it.
and you attack.
Okay.
Now, you have in the middle of your sheet right there, See what it says? What's
Yeah.
it say? Longsword?
Yeah,
And it says what? Plus something?
+5.
Okay, so roll that d20 and then add +5. So 17 is your
Yeah.
total. That's enough to hit. Now
Okay.
what does it say next to the +5? 1d8 plus what?
5.
So roll 1d8. So the 8-sider is the one that, yeah, that. And then add 5. Shazam, 7. So you run up and you're like, "Ah," whoosh, and you hit, and it does a lot of damage. And blood gushes out, and the dwarf's like, "Urgh." Okay, then 3 of those dwarves are gonna run up and attack. So one's right there, he's gonna attack you back.
Like that wasn't enough to knock him down,
No.
right? Okay.
He swings, but what's your AC? 17. He misses. The guy next to him, move him up to you.
This one?
Nope, the
This
other
one?
guy. Yes, him. Move him up to you. He attacks. He misses. That guy runs up to Ralof and attacks.
This?
Yes, he misses. God, you're so lucky. That front guy runs up to Grimble. What's your AC?
18.
Totally
Are they doing
misses.
anything to me? I'm a wolf.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
so
good that you're
that was
back.
the first 4
Wait,
of
should
them.
Heather be going to the? No, because she can't be like a wolf and like. What's that, Lassie?
Could I run
What's
through
that?
and then I could deform when I get to the capital?
And they could go in on their.
Can I just
Heather,
run
I
past
believe
them?
in free will. You could.
Would they
Now,
trust her?
You're going to make. Actually, it depends on how you run. If you run around, yeah, actually, you could. You could run right through
Yeah,
the
but
middle.
would they believe me?
You should be like princess. I need a code word.
You think
Yeah.
about that. What's up next is you.
Bananas.
Me, yeah.
But I can't ask her
I'm
for a
gonna
code word,
run
so
up and
wolf.
hit this one with my hammer.
Okay,
Right
run
in
up
the
and
dirt
hit it with your hammer.
paw.
Yeah.
I stick out one little
Code
toe.
word. Or like just
11
rip off a
plus
piece of her
6,
dress or
17.
something and take it with you
Hit.
and be like,
Roll
I
damage.
literally am with
I
her.
forgot how to do this. Alright,
That would be
1d10.
good.
This is the evidence. I have the receipts.
I have the receipts
So,
for
10.
real.
You're like, ha! Whoosh, and the dwarf's like, ugh, and you knock it down, dead.
This one?
Nope, the one in front of Big Whitey.
Oh,
There you go.
good.
Is that a race term?
Next
I haven't
up
painted
is Beecher.
13.
So Grimble, go.
Okay, I'm gonna take my battle
I was
axe
like, Mom, I'm staying at
and
the school."
swing it into this guy's shoulder with intention to stick it in there.
Yeah.
Okay,
This music is really happy.
20.
Well,
Oh my
it's
goodness.
fast, but like.
Your intention to stick your battle axe in.
It's like a montage.
First of
right
all,
now
let's
of
roll
us,
the
like,
Bill
kicking
Allen
her.
damage alternative scoring system.
Bill and
What is the
damage
damage
alternative
dice
system.
for your axe? D8.
D6. 8.
So, in the badass system, you automatically max out the first die. So that's 8. Now you're going to roll the second one to add your damage to it, which makes it much more critical.
4.
So that's 12
plus
plus what?
2.
14 damage. So you're like, you're like, oh! But instead what happens is because he's not even wearing armor, it not only cuts into his shoulder, it just
His
keeps
arm is
cutting,
off.
and you cut half of his torso off. And the top half falls
Flops
off, and
back.
the bottom,
Oh,
it goes like,
ew.
whoa! And since the
Guts
wolf is right
everywhere.
next to you, you're just, it's like somebody takes a bucket and just
Ew.
goes,
That again.
whew, and just throws tapioca pudding all over you. It's just blood and guts all over your face. But you're a wolf, so you're like, it kind of
You're
smells
like-
good. All right, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
Should I run to the capital?
You should
This one's
literally,
bad.
I'm
Should I
telling
go to
you,
the capital?
That's fair.
rip a little piece of the princess's dress
That's
to be
so
like,
rude.
listen, okay, what?
Make me
They're gonna
so
if they
You're
see
gonna
a
die.
if they see a
Come on.
wolf with the princess's like a bit of the princess's
but
dress,
then
they're
she's
gonna
gonna-
assume they killed it.
No, she's gonna,
Deform
She
it.
get
Yeah.
a wolf.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
and then
just
she's gonna be
do
like,
You guys
listen,
still fighting.
You're gonna run over
Yeah.
the princess,
How long?
or are you just gonna run?
super quick.
We killed 2.
Like, real
it. Yeah,
quick.
might as well.
But you can't talk as a
6
wolf.
enemies.
She's just
Yeah.
gonna rip
She's
it.
gonna rip
She's
a
not even
wolf.
gonna ask. She's just gonna freaking take
Oh,
it.
I'm gonna
okay.
take
You run
some of
over
the
there.
other
Just make a
princesses.
simple attack roll.
It's good fighting me.
14.
Okay, so they all know that you're you.
Yeah.
And that so they don't do anything like attack you
They're
when
like-
you run up, but then you're like, you bite and you rip, and then you run. I'm gonna make an insight roll for the princess.
She's
Princess
so
is a
smart.
genius.
She's so smart.
And she's like, Milo, wait! Wait, sorry. Milo, wait. And she goes,
Oh, her ring.
she takes her
Okay.
signet ring off and like,
And I bite it.
yeah.
I grab
And then,
it. Yeah. And
she's
I
like,
They're
run.
on your
Go!
teeth. It's
Yeah.
Go!
Because there's a tooth ring now.
all
I
right,
go. I run.
I'm
She's
on.
genius.
She
I'm
should
gonna say
run.
this right now. Okay, go.
I'm up.
Neely, you get an inspiration point for that genius level idea.
That was really.
She should run through where we just killed them off and not further this way because we don't really know. Don't we
Hey,
not know?
meta
So,
moment,
yes.
we gotta make sure these guys don't
Yes,
get
because
past
that's
us.
who's coming up now. So move all 4 of those guys up towards the Princess Guards. Engagement. 2.
Well, I was
3,
also thinking
4.
they could run.
They
I
run
want to go
up.
this way. I
They
want to
could
go
run
to that
past
side.
us and potentially get to the
Yeah.
horde and
Milo has a hole to run past through the combat, so
Get
you're
him
not
running after
getting
us.
attack
Yeah.
of opportunities attacks on you. So you run past. All right, I'm gonna roll.
Wow,
Gold
iconic.
is ladies. This is the dwarves. So first pair. Hit, miss. Miss, miss. Hit, miss. Miss. Okay.
yes.
So
2 out of 6.
So is the third one dead?
all right. So wounds, but no kills on either side.
Okay.
All right, so they're like, ching, 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 and this combat's ensuing. And then as that happens, of course, these princess guards come up, the shield maidens come up to back the princess, and they got their back in this flank, so they're covered. That's what
wanna
they
go
do for
this
their round.
way.
They're
I
all in a
wanna, like-
defensive position.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, we need to. What's that flanking?
Okay, so, well, you could. You got to
You
get to
gotta
the
go
other
behind
side.
one of them.
So,
you
you
can
could
flank
go
them.
to,
Well, I
actually,
don't care if
there-
they notice. Just
you,
two
you
people
could go to
on
the one that's attacking
Yeah,
Ralof
it's
right
just
now.
a
So
bonus
you
if
run
you're
over there and you
like,
can
to the
attack.
opposite.
Surprise, bitch.
Go on a 180 of Ralof.
This way.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
there.
That's when you get
Now,
the bonus.
now you attack.
Okay.
But Ralof, you are the last in order, so
Yes.
you go.
I'm up.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this is a capability I have. So Bardic Inspiration,
Yes.
I allow one person to be imbued with power.
Yes.
I'd like to pray to Vuseg to allow me to do that to everybody on my team, to amplify my Bardic Inspiration. So
You may
everybody-
roll this percentile dice.
That's cool. That worked. Cool.
I like that.
What's that? That's the 8.
8
Ah,
of 58.
Crud.
Hussein is not
She's not listening.
hearing you amidst the cries of battle.
That woman.
But you can still bardically inspire one person. That's your
Frequently.
choice.
You can just give me like Mondo inspiration and I'll be like,
Yeah, I want Beecher to go crazy. So I'm gonna Bardic Inspiration him.
Well, that is fitting because you just saw him split a dwarf in half.
I want you
So
to-
That was so
Everyone.
badass.
next round he can use that. Now,
There you go. Rock and roll.
so you're back, top of the order. You go,
Okay.
and then they go,
Which
and then
one?
he goes.
Do I roll?
So you can attack with advantage. So that means you get to roll 20. Roll that 20.
Okay.
Roll it twice and take the higher of the two.
18.
So an 18 is pretty good, but
19.
19. Either one hits. So now you roll your damage, the D8,
This one?
Nope.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
and then add your 5. Now he falls. You
This
run
one?
up behind him as Ralof's like, you see Ralof like dodging the attacks of the dwarf.
Yeah.
And then like you see him look over and he's like, you could do it, Grimble! And you feel like a weird magical energy happen and Grimble's
Really
like
nuts.
Grimble's like covered in blood and,
And
guts
it's like
already.
slow
dancing and
motion.
yelling.
And then as that's happening, it seems to be a distraction. And you run up and just gut the dwarf from
Nice.
behind and then he falls.
Full support.
Good
This man.
teamwork.
All right, now that dwarf runs up to Maximillian and attacks.
But
Miss.
he's not dead?
No, this guy. So move him up towards the big white.
Is he dead?
This one?
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
Okay, miss. All right, then that goes around to you, Maximillian. This dwarf comes up, he swings at you, he misses.
I'm gonna hit him in the head with my hammer.
Okay,
Good plan.
19. Wait,
Hit.
20. Sorry.
hit.
Right.
Roll
I
damage.
forget how to do this. Sorry. 9 for 13.
You're like, ha! And his head blows up like a melon.
It's like dink,
Dink.
dink.
I feel like one.
So
punch man.
we should like
These guys, all right, they attack after Grimble. So you're like still relishing the blood
Yeah.
and gore that you just inflicted on this quotient, and you hear the words of Ralof, like
Fuck it up.
like empowering you
Yes,
with confidence, and you feel like you're unstoppable. The
Okay.
your dwarven gods are somehow like
Imbued inside of you.
I'm feeling myself right now.
you feel
okay.
a deep internal like power.
I'm gonna have
And you
battle
notice
axe.
there's a line of quotient fighting these nice temple guardian lady princess guards, and you're right
Can you just
behind
like
them.
You're like,
tornado
damn,
spin move
princess
through
guard.
all of them?
I'm gonna put battle axe in left hand, hand axe in the other, with my 2 inspiration dice on top of my d20, I'm going to run up to these guys and just
I'm shaking.
and like try and cut off their heads as best as I
Okay.
can.
So roll your
With both
main
hands,
hand
like
first,
scissors.
and roll your inspiration die to add
He
to the
just
attack.
jumps and hits all
10.
four.
12.
Plus, what's your plus with the axe?
4.
That hits. Roll the damage for that one first.
That is 8.
Total?
Yeah, 8 total.
Okay. You're like, ha! And the second guy, roll other attack, and then
19.
yeah, hit.
21.
Okay.
And 5.
Okay. You don't kill them, but you basically sneak up on them and you just whoosh, and they're both like, "Ah!" like just they like
As you
knock
would.
heads into each other.
And
As
then
one
the
does.
princess ladies stab them.
Yes. Well, now, so then I'm going to go through the rolls again.
Nice.
So again, gold is the
Wow.
hit and miss. All right, she's probably going to die. I have to roll
fail.
this damage.
Rip.
Oh, she's not dead, but she's very wounded. Next one. Ooh, rip.
Ooh, rip.
Nope. Low damage, even though they're hitting. Third one.
Are we in an Italian bathhouse?
Both
Dude,
hit each
already
other.
had it. Like,
Wow.
Like battling for like 15
All right,
minutes.
so this one of the ones that you hit. As you hit him, he hits her, and as she's stabbed, and like it's a mortal wound.
You let
Like
her die.
like his sword is deep in her
Yeah.
chest cavity, but she's like, oh, and she guts him, and they die together, so they're dead.
She's such a badass.
That was
Look
so
at her
inspiring.
go.
That was
Emotional.
intense.
And then that one that you also hit, miss. So you kind of evened out the scales a little bit. All right, now they move to the side.
That side? Why?
She runs forward and attacks there. She attacks there. Miss. All right, you're running full
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah.
You're just wolfing out, just hauling. You go 40. You're going full speed. Okay.
How long does it take me to get there?
I don't know, 5. How long does it take to like sprint 5 miles?
2
I'm a
minutes.
For a
wolf.
wolf?
I don't know.
Not
Yeah.
that long. 20
don't know.
minutes?
For a
I don't
wolf.
know.
So probably
More
half
than
an hour,
2.
let's say, by the
Yeah.
time you get through all the.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
So
fine.
you're
I'm okay with that.
So is that like 3 turns?
no, dude.
It's like
3
30
turns is like 18 seconds. A turn is 6 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
So all this time has been like done. Like that just happened.
D&D's so hard.
All right. Now we're
So
now.
much math.
Ralof,
Thank
you're
Love.
seeing that your inspiration has had a deep and powerful impact.
Yeah, it usually does.
And now you feel like because there's no threats near you, you could run over to help the guards.
Well, I should. That sounds like a thing I'd like to do.
All right,
Yes?
so you run up.
This is your time to go save the princess. You have to swing her somehow.
You're right. I should save the princess. I'd like to run this way, please.
Okay.
That one's wounded.
That one's wounded.
Mm-hmm.
I actually would like to jump off Grimble's back and kill him.
Why wouldn't you go for the ones that aren't wounded? Because there's already 2 girls.
Because
over
Okay,
there.
that's the
how
easy
cool would
kill.
that be if I? Yeah, it's
You
put down.
the
you'll
easy kill.
make 2 rolls. Number 1, an acrobatics roll.
I'm have that plus 2.
Oh.
17.
Close enough. All right. So you do the you jump up on Grimble's back. You jump up and then you swing down, and now you attack.
Inside.
Go.
Yeah, sure.
Roll for my attack.
Yeah. Are you attacking with 2 weapons?
Damn. 6. Yeah.
All right. So what's your roll with your second weapon with your broken rapier?
7. Jeez Louise.
So you jump off of Grimble and you're
Just
like,
kinda fall
ha! But the dwarf's like, huh! And he moves
Oh.
and you just hit the ground.
Dang.
All right.
Wow. It's almost like you shouldn't have done that.
Top of the order.
Good move.
A for
Carl.
attitude.
Drake,
She's mean to
you
me in
Me.
D&D.
you're over there,
Here.
but you could easily run
Yeah.
I'm just trying to hit you.
and get to that guy.
This guy?
Now, if you want to run around the far side, you could get there, but you won't have enough. You'll have to double your movement to get there, so you won't be able to attack this round. But you could get there.
I feel like I should go over there. Because
Okay.
isn't she weak
Yes.
on the end?
Running in a direction.
You notice that like there's a lot of
And there's like
bloodshed.
a lot of, yeah. So I'm
So-
going to go.
All right, so you go to the very far side.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't reach over.
Okay.
I know.
And then Next up would be you, Maximillian.
Yeah.
You're over there, same thing. You see there's now if you double your movement, you can get over to the far side where Drake is running.
Will I not be able to like attack them?
Lean bean.
You wouldn't.
If I use my rage, will I be able to get to them and hit them?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna use my
I don't know
rage.
if that's actually factually true, but I'll let that happen. You just and you run over.
Yeah,
Seems
then
legit.
I'm gonna hit that one with my hammer then.
Okay.
How does rage work? I don't.
Just roll.
All right. 15.
Okay, you hit. You're gonna do. What's your damage bonus?
D10 plus 4.
Okay, so. You gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases, so your rage damage at level 2 is +2. So add on the plus, roll your damage, and then add your regular bonus, and then add 2 more.
12.
Yes. You mercilessly crush the spine of the dwarf in front of you, and he breaks like a piñata.
Oh,
It
jeez.
just, and he just falls flat on the
And
ground.
candy just comes
He's
in.
just been broken. Yeah, his teeth shoot out of his head.
Is that a Jolly Rancher?
Now, you're
Love Tootsie Rolls.
you're up. They are going to, no, actually, Grimble's going next, so you can attack.
I'm gonna finish this guy right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him with my battle axe and try and kill him.
Good.
Wait, I don't want to use that. Die.
Wait, just to clarify,
Great combat.
all the other dudes
12.
are.
We're still in combat.
Okay.
12.
Eye of the Tiger. No, just 12 is a miss.
So all the other guys that we like, they didn't see us, right? So they're all headed to the farm place.
The horde?
Yeah.
They didn't look like they were headed anywhere. They looked like they were in a big war camp.
Well, then why
But
did
you
the
weren't there.
kids-
She saw that.
Oh.
But she told
It's
you
just some
what she told you,
really
which is that it looked
stereotypical,
like a
90s.
Sound like Barracuda.
Yeah,
Big camp.
That's pretty much
But they're not going the other way.
not that you know.
What about what the kid told me that they were? Cause like, isn't it like almost noon now?
Tiger, he brought this on himself.
Mysteries. All mysteries.
Smash.
Yes? What? Oh, you're just looking at me.
That's because you're pretty.
Oh.
Oh my
He's
God, are
playing
you
the
All
role.
right, you're running.
I'm corny.
So now it's down to
No.
them.
No?
Not on camera. They're not only in character.
I am a character. I am Randall.
Rip.
You think I'm playing a character?
Another one bites the dust.
Wait, we're in character.
We just do it behind the scenes, like when we take off all our makeup. and
friend,
actually
however-
our characters.
Runs over and attacks that guy
Nice.
because she's mad. All right, and then they attack. Hit, dead.
Nice. So there's only
Hit
one
dead.
left.
Hit,
Yeah.
dead.
Going by.
Okay. Back to Ralof,
Oh. Oh, everyone's dead already.
There's
except that one.
You have to bring back a trophy for the princess.
You're right. I want to.
You should start like corralling. You want to cut off his head, really?
Yeah, I want to cut off its head and give it to the princess as a gift.
I feel like she would not enjoy that. She'd be like, that's
Lizard,
nasty.
she'll be like,
It's kind of weird.
slurp.
No, you should like start corralling and start moving. Because if we just caused all this,
Ruckus.
yeah, we're gonna want to book it.
All right, I'm gonna yell to everyone. I'm gonna yell. Let's get going, guys. Let's book it.
They're still a dwarf.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
they're
just
gonna deal with
just-
that.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So
Some of them
I'm
are
like,
gonna
let's
go
get
and
moving.
we're
Let's
gonna-
start moving.
like
we're on
these
our
guys
way.
and Carl are gonna leave. And then
Kill the dwarf. Roll.
me.
It's back to the
This
top of
one?
the order. Yeah. You get advantage. Roll twice because you have them flanked with the temple guard princess.
It's
Guard.
worse.
You missed. All right, you're up.
All right, I'm
You
gonna.
also have
skull.
advantage.
I'm still raging. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him with
Crush
the
his
hammer.
skull.
And then Heather, when you get to the castle,
24.
Yes. Roll damage.
What's happening?
Loses his footing
They
and
should
falls
go-
over.
Is a 10 on here, a 10 or a 1?
Halfway, probably.
Really?
You should go.
Is the
to
0 0
the-
not
really
the...
balk.
Okay,
show
sweet.
them the other
Oh no, that's a 1. I
That's a
didn't
1?
see that you were rolling it.
Yeah.
Lame. Still a 7.
Yeah, he's dead. The dwarves are dead.
Wow. Nice. We just did that, so.
Yeah.
2 of the princess guards died in the combat, but
Compared
the
to how
princess
many-
It's fine. We didn't
has
need
decided
them.
that she will honor them later in the safety of the city. But for now, we should push on quickly.
Okay.
So you continue moving as fast as you could possibly move towards the capital. Meanwhile, much further ahead, the capital is within a couple hundred yards.
Yeah.
How far up do you ride towards the gate as a wolf before you convert into yourself?
Probably pretty close.
How close
right?
does the woods go to like?
It's now pretty much open fields, and you can see that the gate has like
Pretty
a
close
watchtower.
because I'm not that fast.
Okay.
But you don't want them to shoot you with an arrow.
Oh, are they gonna
Do like a
kill me?
backflip. No wolf is gonna do a backflip.
Right.
They're not gonna shoot.
No,
one.
I think you should turn
Oh, well, just comes
because
up
it's
walking
worth
only on
it's
its
worth
hind
the little
legs.
bit of extra time
Yeah.
to
Everyone's
not
gonna
get
be
killed.
Turn, and I start waving
Okay.
her ring. I say,
Okay.
hey, hey,
And you're
hey.
like,
So
"Oh,
you turn
bam."
back into yourself, and you're like
Yeah.
running up, and you're like, ah, and you're a halfling. So
Yeah.
they're like, what is that child doing for a long time? But then you get closer, and they're like, ho there. And you notice that like the gates are closed. They're like,
You're like, "No,
I'm like, the princess sent me. I have the ring. I have the ring.
they're like the princess. What? Huh?
We
Hold
have
on.
no
They
princess.
said, you notice like
Duh.
a smaller
There hasn't
door.
been a princess
There's
Yeah.
like a
for over
smaller door
200
in the wall adjacent to the main gate, and that
Yeah.
opens up, and like a guardsman comes, and he's like, come here quickly. What say you? Speak quickly. What's going on? Why do you have the signet ring?
The princess sent me, and everyone in the town is being held hostage by tiny dwarves. And so she sent me, and I have the ring, and
The princess and the guards are on their
yeah,
way
the princess
back.
and the guards are on their way, but I ran ahead.
She didn't do a good job.
What direction? Where?
That way, behind me.
down the road.
You will take us.
Yeah.
Hold there.
Yes,
Wait.
yes, yes.
He runs back in and slams the door,
That's
and you
for
hear him like
army.
yelling and barking off some orders, and people like blow a horn, and they're like,
So be like, there's a crap load
and then
of
like
them.
within like 5 minutes, you hear
Yeah.
like the sound of horses like
Yeah.
like from inside the gate, and then the gate opens up,
Can I get on
and you
one
see,
of the horses?
well, all right, so the guard that you talked to
Yeah.
like runs out first, and he's like, stand aside.
Yeah.
And then like another guard, regular town guard, comes out with a horse, and he like picks you up and puts you on the back of the horse, and it's like a
Cool.
light horse with
Yeah.
no armor or anything, and he's like, lead me to where they are.
Okay.
And then right behind you, there are like 40 mounted
Okay.
like
So we go.
full
we
plate
book
mail
it.
knights with like swords
Yeah.
and shields and
Oh,
helmets and armor
yeah.
and stuff.
And I'm like, and I'm
Let's
like, they're
just-
coming.
Heather, you need to
Let's
designate,
just go head forward
designate,
into the
like,
quotient
two of them
then-
to
Take him out at the
be
heart.
Like, bam.
Guards.
Yeah,
It's about to
to
be
like
like a
come with us
siege.
back.
Yeah.
So
We're sieging them.
So you
How many
guys,
members
like, you
are
ride forward, and you're on this
Yeah.
light riding horse,
We only
Yeah.
have
and you
like
ride
40
ahead,
riders.
and you're leading, and everybody's following, right? And you're,
Yeah.
and then,
Yeah.
and you see, like, you just look back, your hair's like blowing because you're going so fast,
Yeah.
and you look back and you see like this line of like, you know, just knights on
Yeah.
huge war horses and
That's
stuff,
so
and they're
cool.
riding forward.
Give a little piece of paper.
And then you guys, you're all like moving quickly at like kind of a jog, right? And up ahead, you see like this cloud of dust coming towards you, and you're like, "Oh crap, it's the quotient!"
like
But
when
then
we
as they
can hear
get
the
closer,
horses, we're like-
you notice it's like just a line of horsemen coming, right? And you notice one of them has the standard bearer of
me.
Kabul
here.
Kailash,
So-
right? And it under it's got the pennant of Poitax Jahar, the capital city. And you notice at the lead is one knight who looks way bigger than all the other knights. And his armor seems to fit in a different kind of way. Like his armor like spikes up and it has ridges.
It's Trixie.
And you know that this must be someone
It's Cooper.
someone of great importance, because just seeing the armor itself seems to be like something of like it would cost more than like
Wow,
everything that
style.
Well,
Mullen
where's
involved.
Yeah.
who is the
Yeah, Bill.
princess?
What?
She's
Is
not
that-
married,
You
right?
see the princess looks and she's like, "It's my uncle, the king. He rides." And like you guys like kind of come together, and you notice like as it comes up, like the king like pulls his horse short and like stops, and you notice the rest of the knights like
That's so
split off
cool.
immediately, and they keep riding.
Yes.
And they kind of encircle you, and like you notice like one of them hop up from his horse, and he looks like he's like a scout of some kind. And he looks around, he's like,
So sick.
"The land is clear, your highness, the land is clear." The king takes his helmet off, and you see this dragonborn, and he's like huge, and he's got like green scales and like spikes that come out from his chin. And he looks out over you and he's like, I owe you a great debt of gratitude. You have fulfilled your vow. Come to the capital. We will speak of your journey, but I will first make sure that my niece is safe. Riders, bring them! Riders swoop around. They pull all of you guys up onto horses, and you ride back in this full column. You ride back in through the main gates. As you approach the gates, one of the horsemen blows a horn.
Like, hey fam, open up.
The gates open up,
We hear.
and you guys just ride full speed in. Like, just people move out of the way, like commoners in the village, people like move out of the way. As the king rides forward, like in his armor, like literally people just fall to their knees. Like, you ride up, like through the main street, like people stop what they're doing, like they fall to their knees. You go towards the center of the city and you see this huge citadel with like 3 different towers and this glamorous palace and walls within that protect it. And you ride into the citadel. And the king dismounts again. You guys all get off the horse. He takes his helmet off again and he hands it to his squire and he walks over to you and he's like, I do not know how it came to be that you brought my niece through this desolation that has been caused by the Quotient horde. But I assure you that we will quell this uprising, and you have my gratitude. Join me in the palace tonight, please. Allow my manservants to take you to most appropriate quarters so that you may be washed, be clean, and may the blessings of Fusake be upon you. Tonight we will feast!
Yay.
And that, my friends, is the end,
Wow.
the finale of D&D with High School Students, the summer sessions. I want to thank all of you for tuning in, for your patience, for waiting, and I hope you've enjoyed this summer sesh. Stay tuned because this fall we will be rolling out with Season 3 of D&D with High School Students, featuring a cast of who knows.
Beecher probably.
Beecher, will you be in
Where's
Season
season
3? Are we providing some spoilers for our loyal fans?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe. Tony, Season 3, maybe.
Bill said I could yesterday. I get to play music too.
What if Tony played in Season 3 and then he like died in the first adventure? Rip.
So he has to sit in for all the adventures. He just can't
Such
play.
a suck.
He has to sit
a
there and
mute,
play.
yeah.
Oh my god, and then his ghost could be there. But he can't do anything, but his ghost could be there.
He can talk to us. He can give us.
That's kind of funny.
He gives
All right.
advice. He plays songs.
Neely, will you be in Season 3?
Carl's
Carl's like, no.
I don't have
She
room.
can't be more famous
Yes,
than me.
Exactly, no, impossible.
Why can't I?
I guess you equal.
I
You
would
don't
do it.
own her.
You're right.
All right.
Legally, no.
Now I'm just stirring up crap. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Stay tuned for more content here. We will have more high adventure
Oh,
in
wait.
the lands of New Waff
This is our last episode.
our
Matt,
goodbye.
Heather, and I. This is our
Yeah.
goodbye.
That's true.
See ya.
Matt will probably see like over Thanksgiving or Christmas break.
Yeah, I thought you and
Heather,
were gonna do your
we're
own
gonna see
role.
over Thanksgiving or Christmas break. Carl, who knows?
Yeah, whatever. Maybe.
I mean,
we'll see.
maybe.
Be
Probably.
home.
If we
Winter?
see, or if
Alright.
anybody's like down in Savannah, Georgia, and they see Carl like
Homeless?
in an alley,
Yeah.
homeless, you know,
Yeah.
help him out.
Don't
Give-
talk to him.
Send him- give me a
Just
dollar.
keep walking.
Give
Ignore,
him like,
ignore,
give him like
ignore.
$1 so he could hit up the dollar menu.
You said this is for
Yeah.
the little kid and then kick him.
Hell yeah. Screw you for torturing.
All right,
There's
a
the
lot of people
only
wanted to know,
woke-up McDonald's
will there
in
be a
Savannah.
D&D with college students? Will there be? That is
Maybe.
the question.
Yes,
All
there
we
is.
can say is maybe. And we're not being like coy. We literally don't know
Yeah,
yet.
no,
If we
no.
figure out how to do like Skype, then
Yes.
sure.
If we figure out how to do Skype.
Also,
It
if
just
it's
depends
still a
on
thing,
our
How would
scheduling.
you
'cause
Skype?
Oh,
Yeah.
very cool.
You have to find us.
Our new series where we play.
What if,
Yeah.
what if instead
play
of
D&D
like
with
doing it
strangers on
right in
Bagel.
the studio, I just had Krafa shoot me like talking to them on my phone through Skype? It's just
Wait, what if
so
you-
lame.
what
They'd
if
be
you
like,
made it- Bill,
they'd be like, what the hell happened to the
Yeah.
production
Bill,
quality
Bill,
over there?
Bill,
It's
what
shot
if
on
you made
his
it like
phone.
WWE, where it's like fake, and it's like just like a shot of you on your phone, and you're like, yeah, Heather, I agree with what you just said. And then Heather takes hers later, and she's like, oh man, I just died. And Bill's like, haha, Heather.
Yeah.
You just make a lot of fake drama.
Yeah,
Like,
genius.
what, Carl? You want to
Separate
kill the
WWE.
kid?
I don't
Well,
know.
if that's what you're saying, real
All right.
Carl.
Yeah.
It's dinner time. We
Well,
have to go to
patience.
Highland Queen and get some ice cream. So peace out, people. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next season. Bye.